Hey, Archie, we got to start the show, man. Are you ready? Man, the meter's ticking. We got to start the show. Come on, we've got to start the show. We've got to talk about new stuff. We've got to talk about watches. We've got to keep the folks entertained. Come on, man. Let's get this baby off the round. Okay, run the intro. Press the button, big boy. Hello, it's ArchieLuxury here, and you are on the ArchieLuxury channel. This is the greatest YouTube watch stream in the well, actually, JJ's show is pretty damn good. I like my JJ. I like my JJ show. My JJ had a great show. And all the viewers coming in from JJ, thank you so much for your very, very kind support there. Guys, I'm just going to post the link, frantically posting the link so that you guys can, we'll get some panelists on here. What can I say today? It's going well. It's really, I've got to tell you, we had a fantastic show yesterday. I liked Marky Clavers. Now, some people say, I don't know if we want them, or look, you know what? I like them. Because look, okay, they got a different form of humor. Okay, but you know what? They're cool guys. They try, and that's the important thing. We try to get this baby running nicely. I love my Donny Haynes. Donny Haynes, you know, what a great guy. Enthusiasm. You know, we're all a bit fucking nuts. Okay, let's be totally honest there. We are all crazy, 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 crazy. It's all crazy stuff. But the important thing is that we love the wristwatches, the wristwatches. That's what we love. And we got a super chat. Thank you. First super chat for the night. And our first person in was Perfect Dark. And first super chat for the night is Ron Chef, £1 super sticker. Thank you, Ron. And hello, JJ's viewers. I got to tell you, seriously, you wanna, with the wristwatches themselves there, we're in difficult times, but you know what? Life is not just a trajectory up. It's not like a Concorde taking off. It's got ups, downs, ups, you know, and for starters, I had many ups and downs, and you've just got to, you know, some things you can control, other things you can't control. And you've just got to make the best of what hands you're dealt with. And I got to tell you something. That's the important thing. There is no point to be upset or angry or frustrated, you know. It's not going to solve anything. You got to enjoy the watches. One thing I do notice is that I think it was JJ who said to me, he said, Arch, just enjoy them, wear them. If I'm not wearing them, they're gone. They're gone. if I am not wearing them, enjoying them, I get rid of them because there's no point to own this shit if you don't get enjoyment out of it. Pen football, yes, that was Donny. That was Donny, the legend. And I got to tell you guys, beautiful people in this watch world. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. What is happening? Oh, we got another super chat from the Watch Lounge, $2. Cheers, Arch. PRX on again. Cheers, Arch. PRX, good on you. What is happening? What do you do? What do I do to have a look around at the press? So you know, let's have a bit of a sticky at some of the press, the news in the watch front. So first thing I always do is now Houdinki, don't get big ego because I love you. So watch the Watch Lounge, $2. Cheers, Arch. A PRX, that's the Tissot PRX on. Have a look at this. Ooh, I tell you what. Firstly, these Chopards. I love the weathered strap. Look at those weathered, drilled. The holes there. So I know they do the holes on the brakes to ventilate them, drilled brakes. So this is the same thing to make it a little bit hands-on. Chopard's new Mille Miglia chronograph bridges old and new. Interesting. Which one do I like best? I like the blue. I don't know if I want it as a two-tone. I don't know if I really want it as a two-tone. But yeah. I love the blue. Probably out of these ones here, I like the red, the burgundy there. Okay, now let's have a look. What else? What other breaking news have we got? What's hitting? So we've got the Chopards. Yes. ABC was a huge Chopard fan. I'll see if I can get him on. A unique Cartier. Not really my cup of tea. First take, our reaction to all 11 new 75th anniversary Omega Seamasters. Fair enough. Introducing editions of the standard Omega Aquaterra in two sizes. What's this here? Trilobe and Houdinki coming soon. Okay, so let's have a look there. What's interesting here? The Omega Seamaster 300 gets a 75th anniversary revamp, complete with a ceramic bezel. Fuck, that's actually interesting. The new 75th anniversary Omega Seamaster 300 Diver 300 in gradient summer blue. I think this one looks the most interesting. Look at this. Because I like the lollipop. I've always said I like the lollipop second hand. And we've got this. Hello, this.
Hey, how are
Hey,
you?
hey, I'm great. How are you going, man? What time is it? In it? Actually, better don't answer that. Okay, no point. Well, why do
Don't
I
worry,
need?
I won't be long. I won't be long.
Thank you, Dis. How was your night? You have a good.
I slept very well. I just woke up. I'll just be on for a little while and go to sleep again.
No. That's okay. The night stream was fantastic. We saw that was a great stream. Here we go. The real big boy. Hello, real big boy. HR, how are you?
Hello, Arch. Hello, Dis. I've got some very good news on a personal level. Shall I share it with the
Yes,
panel?
please do. Please do.
So that car job I went for, I didn't get, but
What that job you went for, you didn't get?
no,
Why
but
not?
I'm not really sure. I didn't really seem to click that well with the managing director. But I had another interview yesterday for actually
Yes.
£2,000 more, and I've got an offer.
I see. You're ready to go for it?
Yeah, I'm going to hand my notice in, say goodbye, fikers.
How long have you been with that company for?
2 years, big boy.
Is that enough? Is that what you should be doing? 2 years and then flip?
Well, it's a fixed term contract.
Oh, you get contracts.
This one, yeah, basically I took this one because it's a job title above, so it's advantageous for my career. So I took it.
Let me
and
just
I'm
grab
back
this
to
super
firm.
chat here. AD never calling $5. Hi, Arch. JJ sent us over. The state of the alliance is strong. Thank you. AD never calling. What a cool guy. He was on the stream yesterday. We had a great chat. Can I ask you something? No bullshit. I want you to remain anonymous, okay?
Mm.
What do you seriously think of 50-year-old people who are applicants for jobs?
Fight me dead, Arch. I feel like every time I come to the street, you ask me that, big boy.
Okay. Well, maybe I haven't got a clear answer from you.
Ooh, sticky. No, so it depends. What I would say, Arch, it depends on your CV. So how many jobs you've had, have you progressed up? Because naturally, some roles, you have to have experience to, time served. So it depends on your industry. That's the long and short of it, Arch.
Nothing. Okay. So, okay. Well, what about people who apply? 50-year-olds applying for roles like mid-level IT roles that really should go to 35-year-olds.
Well, I mean, it really depends upon the reference that we get. If you were dismissed for, looking at a YouTube channel, that's where I have an issue. Archie.
Speaking of issues, look who we've got here. We got Donnie, the legend Haynes. You wearing
What's up,
your
Donnie?
IWC cap?
That's right,
Oh,
baby.
actually, please full screen. Let's get this on full screen. Shows the watch again. What
Is that a real
this?
Rolex?
No, this is an IWC. You know what? That fucking looks beautiful.
I got a new strap for it today.
And how much was the strap?
It was free. They gave it to me with the watch because Donnie knows how to negotiate.
Oh, when did you buy the watch?
A couple weeks ago.
That looks beautiful. Actually,
Yep.
I really like that. That's got the in-house movement or the.
It's in-house. It's in-house.
Yeah.
And I have incoming too. I have another watch incoming.
Oh,
my first used watch I've ever bought in a long time. It's going to be a Rolex Sea Dweller 400.
4,000.
4,000. Jesus. I've never screwed that up. Sea Dweller 4,000. I sent you pictures.
Yes, sir. I'll bring those up there. Did you have any HR questions for real big boy? You could ask him, or you don't give a fuck anymore. You're just
human resources.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Can you share the new job title with? Or better not. Let's just remain anonymous, big boy.
I don't want to dox myself, polluter.
Yeah. Donnie, I got to tell you, man, that IWC looks fucking amazing on your wrist, and that's probably one of the nicest models of IWC I have seen. That's an classic IWC, like your hat there. You know what I mean? I love the bluey black. Is it a bluey black?
Chronograph.
What color dial is that? A black or it's a blue dial?
Black. So good. They did the dials really well.
Yeah.
I've always was a huge IWC fan.
Real big boy, would you buy something like that? Tell me that. Would you buy something like that?
Well,
or you'd stick to Rolex. You always get your money back.
I only want a Rolex. That's me personally, but I'm not rich yet, so I wouldn't like to diversify outside of Rolex. You know this?
No, that's fair enough. I completely get it. Now I'm just going to bring a picture up of Donnie's incoming. I'm just going to bring this.
The picture, it's a little dirty and just needs to be cleaned, but it's in very good condition.
Here we go. Da-da. Look at this.
Yep. Sea Dweller 4,000.
Yeah. It looks nice.
Is that
Donnie.
a real Rolex?
So this is the extension link. Have a look at that.
Yep. That's a real Rolex.
It's got the helium escape valve.
This is 40 millimeter. I like these so much better than the new Deep Sea Chunky Monkeys and 43 millimeter Sea Dweller. It's like, come on, guys. This is what people.
Look. I don't mind the 43, but I do think these are nice, and the only problem is they're getting expensive. That's the only problem with this watch here.
Well,
And we
this is
got
not-
Ross joining the stream. Hey, Ross, how are you?
Hey, Archie, I'm doing okay. How about you?
Be a
Not too
man.
bad. What
Hey,
are you?
dude.
Hey, this is there. Look at this. I got to tell you,
Hey, Arch, am I bang?
let me say this. I honestly love that IWC. That IWC, what's it called again, Donnie? That's an IWC.
Yeah, 378 or 3778 pilot 43 millimeter.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect.
It's like
what do you think?
IW378 is like the beginning of the reference, and they have
Yeah.
a couple.
You,
They have a
you,
green one, they have a black one, and they're in 43. And if you want 41 millimeters, they have black, blue, and green. If you want a
Okay.
smaller one.
you're gone for the 43, which is great.
Yeah, and you can get it on a strap. You can get it on a bracelet. The bracelet's $1,200 if you want it. I haven't pulled the trigger on the bracelet yet because I'm really enjoying the straps. Plus, I got other watches and shit coming in, you know.
Oh,
you
Donnie,
get
I'm
much of
trying
a-
to be like you. I've got other watches coming in. It's no big deal. Teach me.
Did you get much of a discount on the IWC?
Yeah, I got like 15% off, a little bit, not much. IWC, for some godforsaken reason, they're not as big of a discount. I mean, if you go
I
great,
know.
you can, but they hold their value a lot better than you would think. It's definitely holds its value better than like an Omega or even better than like a Jaeger LeCoultre. So it's weird. Like I would put IWC like in between Omega and JLC. It's kind of weird. It's a Richemont
Yes.
group brand. The fit and finish is very good. It's similar to Panerai. So like IWC and Panerai are kind of like kissing cousins in terms of Panerai does more dive watches, IWC does more pilot watches.
Donnie, I love the new submersible. Well, not new, but it's fairly new to submersible. That's lovely.
Yeah, and the value on IWCs holds a little better than some of the Panerais. It depends on which one, but I'm just saying. It's just a good company, and they're made in Schaffhausen. The company was called IWC because it stands for International Watch Company. It was created by an American, believe it or not, because it was too expensive to make watches in the United States. So he went to Switzerland, in the German section of Switzerland, where it was cheaper to build a watch than in the USA, and also cheaper than in Geneva. So because of that, there's a lot of German influence in their watches from that culture. And the accuracy of these things is crazy. Like after like a week, the thing was like 3 or 4 seconds slow after like 7 or 8 days.
Now here we go. We got a super chat from Patel Philippe. $5. Don, as I told you over text, your Breakster will not land you more heifers at Jersey Shore. I know you like them large, but go Rolex. Well, he's going Rolex.
I'm going Rolex. I'm getting a Rolex.
Yeah.
But I had to pony up some money to get that bastard. It was expensive. Because I wanted one that was basically minty. This one was serviced last year. So I have box papers and Rolex warranty papers. So I have all the provenance, all the accoutrement, freshly serviced watch, only a year old.
What did you pay for it?
I paid a shitload. We're not talking about it, but it's perfect and I'm happy. It was money and no object. I want perfection, and it took me. This little bitch took me like 2 months to find. I had to have a guy find it for me that I trust.
When do you get it? When do you get delivered? Sorry, yes, big boy.
Sorry to interrupt. I was just going to say, Danny's around my house. Do you want to see him?
Yeah.
All right, Archie, my band.
What the hell is that? A scooter?
It's Shirty Danny.
Shirty Danny.
I'm our band.
Hey.
Amazing stuff there. Amazing.
Arch, I've got a bit of a dilemma. Can I share?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So one of the gents at the badminton club I play at, he's trying to get a Datejust 2, mother of pearl dial, diamond markers, what the fight? I've told him just to get the standard one, but he's not listening to me. He wants the mother of pearl one. He's very
And why
stubborn.
they've gone Datejust 2's the previous. They've gone Datejust 41. That's the newer model.
He wants the old one because it's bigger.
Oh, okay. Fair call.
I've said to him, get yourself a sub, get yourself a Milhouse. Don't get that shitty Datejust.
Well, it depends what you like. Let me just grab this super chat. Patel Philippe, $5. Don, as a former bench warmer for Penn football, your entire college career, are you satisfied with an IWC, or do you feel like you need something more inferior?
I was on the traveling team and I lettered on varsity, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You were a varsity athlete, weren't you,
I was a
Donnie?
varsity athlete, you fuckhead. And if you want to question my football acumen, I'll show you bone by bone what a pissed off defensive lineman can do to you.
Yeah,
Second,
take that.
I'm pretty satisfied with my IWC because I have two Rolexes. I have one, an older one, and I have kind of almost a new old stock one that was just service coming in. They only made this watch from 2014 until 2016. So it was a very short production one, and it has a very good history. I'm very excited to get it. And I'm also on the list for a two-tone Submariner as well, and also on the list for an Explorer 2, and with a black dial.
Wow, that's fantastic, man.
So I have Rolex incoming, and I might go to an AP boutique and start the fire coal walking process. But I'm not going to do it in New York. I'm going to go up to one in a farther away city that I'm not going to name and start the process there because I have a higher probability of getting a watch.
Would you go code 11? 59?
No. I want a Royal Oak chronograph.
Oh, that's not terrible. They're a great watch.
Yep. 41 millimeter Royal Oak chrono.
41 mil, yeah, silver dial. What color dial? Hoff was offered a silver dial one.
My choices are gonna be number 1 green, number 2 blue, number 3 black, and I do not like the white dial with steel. I do like the white dial, and on gold, my choices are gonna be green, blue, or white. I like the white.
Oh, I got
Whatever
a super chat here from Patel Philippe, $5. Don, what pisses you off more? The fact that Rudy played in more college games than you, or when Clive faked your GMT black 3 hours after you sold it to him?
You know what? I don't care. I bought a Blancpain 50 Fathom, so I flipped a shittier Rolex for a better watch at the time. You know, I never liked that version of the GMT Master 2. I'd stopped wearing it, for Christ's sake. So I didn't wear it for 2 months. And, you know, if you're not wearing a watch, you got to punt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly right there. That's
and it's not like I don't have Rolexes coming in. I mean, Jesus.
Have you got Rolexes coming in? Fight me dead. Donnie, teach me. I'm trying to be like you.
Well, you got to go to graduate school and get an MBA and then learn a lot about finance. And then you can work hard and build your way up in life.
Fuck it. I'll take the easy path and do HL.
You know.
Yeah. Donnie, economy, what's happening in the economy? Is it slowing down? Is it good signs or bad signs? What's the truth?
So we're no longer in a consolidated market. We're looking at a trend that's going to be becoming more bullish. Interest rates have basically stopped increasing to crazy levels. There's probably going to be 2 more rate increases, but they're only going to be 25 basis points by the Federal Reserve of the United States. And then afterwards, the market's going to start tapering down rates for a little while after, and it's probably going to be steady. That's going to cause more of a slower growth phase that's going to be kind of a slow and steady and a pretty good, round we're going on. I mean, last year, the stock market did pretty well. I mean, we made almost 15% year over year. So, I still believe in U.S. stocks. And the main reason why U.S. is so much stronger than everyone else is because we're not as affected by the war in Ukraine. I would stay underweight in any European stocks or especially European debt right now, due to the fact that, the war in Ukraine is causing so many problems.
I got to be honest, Arch. I don't know why you're asking for financial advice. If you gave away Bitcoin, you would have been loaded. Why are you asking now?
Hey, Donnie's a finance guru there. I always like to get a bit of a market wrap there. The market was tough for a long time, but Donnie worked in HR too, didn't you, Donnie? You were in finance HR.
No, I never worked in human resources.
I thought you did recruiting work, didn't
I
you?
did recruiting, but that was separate. I mean, I did like for-profit recruiting. I was getting people jobs inside investment banks.
Donnie, you're good with money.
Because I thought if I can get people jobs inside investment banks, I can learn how to get a job myself inside an investment bank. So I went to a different direction, and I'm doing fine now. I make over $150,000 a year, so I'm happy.
Good on you, Donnie.
Donnie, what's your view on Archie leasing the Beamer?
On BMW, they're leased on
no, not
vehicles.
BMW. Arch leasing it.
So the B58 inline 6-cylinder motor is the most reliable motor they've made in years. If you don't,
I got the B48. I got the 48.
I'm not asking you to review the car, Donnie. I'm asking for your thoughts on leasing.
Yeah, the B58 is definitely the motor to go. The 48 is not as robust. I'll leave it at that. Archie just leased it, so I'm not as concerned.
Archie Super
Would you
Chat.
give it back at the end? Would you give it back at the end?
Oh, no. Yes. I would give it back at the end and lease another one. And then if you can swing it.
No. You don't
buy
win
a
this one. You don't win
B58,
this one.
3 series or 5 series.
Here we go. Actually, I want to. Okay, here we go. Padel Philippe, $5. Don, what number is smaller? The number of watches you've purchased this year or the number you've slept with in the past 5 years?
Women is that.
You know, I don't need this. All right, bye.
Hey. Okey-dokey.
Okay, John C.
Ban, auto ban.
John C. $2. John, what's a basis trade? Do you recommend now? Okay, there we go. Look.
You seem like a nice guy.
I'm just sending him a message. Thank you for coming on to
Medium ass.
Medium ass.
Medium sized eyes?
Medium sized ass. I never have met. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's
He'll
okay.
be fine.
He'll
be fine. He'll be fine.
Donnie's
He's
okay.
pissed off.
Donnie's okay.
He's got too many IWCs and not Rolex.
Yeah, interesting choices. I must admit, his IWC looked fucking amazing. That looked really beautiful watch there.
Arch, what does IWC stand for? Idiot Watch Company? I forgot.
International watch. Look, I actually quite like the watch he's bought. Be honest, totally honest with you, I really do like it. I really do like it. I like it. So I think he's building a nice collection. These are watches he likes. It's not my collection. It's not your collection. It's Don's collection.
Arch, let's address the elephant in the room here with IWC. When you first started, I remember back in the day, you were stroking that engineer, and then you didn't. What's your honest view on that engineer?
Great watch. I think the one Donnie's got, but is probably more iconic. That's the most iconic IWC. I really like the way he's building his collection. I got to say that. All jokes aside, Saad enters the room. Hello, Saad. How are you?
Archie, does money makes you happy?
I don't think money makes you happy. I think the pursuit of a relaxed life. And speaking of relaxed life, look who we've got. We have got Mark Goldberg. Hello, Mr. Goldberg. How are you?
The
Put you up in the
dog
top there.
We have
guys,
the king of kings.
I'm
Mark
good.
Goldberg.
I'm good, but I would like to put out a personal appeal to my good friend, my compatriot, my comrade in arms, Don Haynes, to come back. I mean, Donnie, if you're going to get sensitized over Patel Philippe, try dealing with Patrick and AD never calling. Try dealing with
Don is softer than Saad's yellow gold day. Fight me dead.
Come back, Don. I'm just saying, we're here for you.
We love Donnie. Donnie's good
Do not be
fun,
run
you
off.
know.
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm just saying the amount of shit that I've eaten on this channel for the number of bullets I've taken for the team, I could have got pregnant. Anyway.
Mark, it seems that you're wearing some serious watch today. It's a serious watch you're wearing today. Look at that, Archie. Look at that. This is called money.
Yeah. Wow.
This is called rich people. He's a rich man.
Mark, are you single?
I'm rich man. I'm not poor man.
That is.
Are you single,
beautiful.
Mark? I'll give you juice.
You know what? Listen, if you would please submit your nude photographs and your last 3 years worth of tax returns, we can talk about it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, I'll use Ross Rachel Brady's avatar for the
grown
Yeah.
naked picture.
The short answer, in case
Hey.
my boyfriend is watching, is no. I'm not. He reminds me constantly that Thailand is the capital of penis reattachment surgery.
Medium ass.
Medium ass.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ross Rachel Brady. Quick question: why are you always naked?
Yes. I don't know. I just like I get home from work and I always feel real hot, and so I just lay naked in the bed.
Ross Rachel
No,
Brady, can
no.
I give you a better response for next time?
Yes,
Just tell him you're allergic to clothes. That's all. It's a simple.
I'm
it's, a
allergic
simple
to clothes.
it's a simple allergy.
It's an allergy, but I just feel more free naked.
I break out of nipples when I wear clothes. I gotta
What
get them
the
off.
fuck?
Can can I tell a story real quick?
Yeah, go on, go on.
Okay, so I had the Terminite. I mean the Terminex man. He's like a bug man, right?
Yes.
Come by
Yes.
my house,
Medium
but I
termites.
forgot. Yes, right. He was doing like termite inspection, and he goes, "Hey, I need to come in the house, so I can see some type of elevation or levelation. I don't know, something, right? Well, anyway, I forgot back in the bedroom I had my medium ass out, right?
Yeah.
And
Whoa,
so
whoa!
it
You
was-
had your what?
I had my medium ass out, right?
What does that? What does that mean?
Well, it's like a silicone ass,
Oh.
right? Well, anyway,
Well, can I ask you a question? Do you rent it out? Did you? Like, can I borrow that?
yeah.
So what
Okay.
happened then?
Anyway, I kind of remembered that it was back there, but he got back there before I did,
Horrifying.
right? And he walks in my bedroom and he goes, "Oh," and then he comes out, shuts the door, and he goes, "I'm fixing to go outside right now." And I said, "Okay." And so he went outside, looked around, and he was like, "Oh," he knocked back on the door and he goes, "Your house is, I don't see any signs of termites."
Good.
That's a
was
good
like-
start.
Listen. Rachel, did he look in your medium ass?
Mike,
I mean, because-
somebody told me that you passed away, but you're alive. So glad to see you alive.
Assad, he's alive and perverted as always.
You feeling
okay.
better? Are you feeling better, Mike?
I am. Yeah.
Oh, you sound better.
My fever
Oh,
broke.
no.
I think my fever broke last night. It got up to 103, and then before I went to bed. But last night, I woke up just completely soaked.
Mike,
And
when the
my bed-
Pantera burnt down, was it 103 degrees as well?
yeah, 103 degrees. But anyways, I sweated profusely, soaked my bed, my clothes, and I woke up this morning and my fever is down to 98.4. And I'm
that's
feeling
good.
I'm feeling a lot better.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
perfect.
I'm hoping
Huh.
that's that I'm on the mend. Yeah.
Yeah, you seem better. You sound better. You sound better.
Any updates
yeah.
on the CDC boxes, Mike?
What's that?
Will you start
And-
working now, Mike? The
Yeah.
holidays are over, okay? You'll start working from today. Where is the dog, by the way? Where is the dog? Is he-
Dog's right here, I think. Or she might be in the other half of the house. I can call her right over.
we want to make sure that she's alive.
Well, unless she got COVID along with me, I don't think there's any
We're going to
issues.
we're going to require proof of life for Coda on a daily basis.
On a secondary basis, secondly basis.
Coda, come here.
Come
over here!
She loves me so much. Come here.
Well, we need
Come
to
here,
see it.
girl.
And we
Come
would
here.
like to see the bag of dog
Oh,
food. I'd like to
Come here,
evaluate.
Coda.
I'd like to
Come
evaluate.
here, Coda.
Coda, put down my medium silicone ass. Coda, put it down. No, bad dog.
Oh, stop licking my balls,
Hey.
man.
Oh,
We can't see her, Mike. We just see you talking to a
I
puppet.
know. I gotta lower my camera a
I
little
tell you
bit.
that.
Oh, please don't.
Hold her up. We still can't see her.
Huh.
There we go.
Oh,
She's a
cold
bit
up.
of a handful.
No, she's
Look
cute.
at her. Oh,
All right.
there you go. Come here.
We feel better.
Oh.
She's adorable.
Have you had her
There she
inspected
is.
for termites?
No, she doesn't have termites.
All right. No,
Hold on.
she looks
Do you have
good.
termites? Do you have termites?
Mike, you're doing good for her.
Termites.
I think you got
No.
a good one this time.
She says she might have a flea or two, but no
she's probably-
termites.
Carpet. It's probably carpet beetles.
You have more flea than her.
Yeah, I've never even heard of carpet beetles until Archie's show. We don't have those seemingly around here.
How about tapeworm? How about tapeworm 1000?
We have cockroaches, but at least the California cockroaches are little itty bitty things. They're only maybe a 1/4 inch long.
Yes.
I've seen I got chased out of a bathroom as a kid in, I think it was DC or Chicago. I can't remember. But I was using the bathroom at like a Straw Hat Pizza, and I'm standing there, and this gigantic 3-inch cockroach comes crawling out from under the, like, one of the stalls is an actual toilet.
Sounds like a
The door is closed, and this thing crawls out from under there, and it starts heading for me. So I move over to the next urinal, and it stops, and then it keeps coming at me, and I finally ended up running out of the fucking bathroom, just like, I'm being fucking attacked.
Did you let it touch you?
What?
Did you let it touch you?
Oh dear God!
Oh hell no! I ran out of there scared to death. I've never
Archie, I
seen a
feel like
bug
you
that
need to
big.
come back and take control of this show because we're now in a urinal with Mikey the snake and a cockroach. Archie, come back, do something.
Hey, come here,
Yes,
Coda.
sir. Yes, sir.
Sure, I didn't mean to derail the show.
No,
Come here,
it's
Coda.
okay.
I got
Honestly,
cockroaches to eat.
It was derailed before you got here, I think.
Hey, Coda, get those cockroaches.
We've got an interesting Marky. What are you buying at them? You're wearing your beautiful gold sub. What a fucking legend of a
Oh,
watch.
Look
man.
at that watch,
Um,
man. Look at that.
Just do that full screen again. Full
You
screen
know,
again, Marky.
I
I want to
was,
show that off. That looks fucking
Oh my god.
I was listening
amazing.
to Super Chat, and then we'll come back to this. But first, a Super Chat.
Mr. Zoso, Dis said to Super Chat. Here we go. Mr. Zoso, $5. Dis said to Super Chat, how much do you pay for the condoms on your watch, Mark? Yes, because you put the actually you've got the you put that on, didn't you, Marky?
I prefer to call them slip covers, but yeah, I did.
How much? The thing that always concerned me with those slip covers is that it doesn't allow moisture to get out of it.
Moisture doesn't get under it, and not only that, it's gold, so it could live in the water for 100 years and still come out gold. It doesn't tarnish. So
Yeah, gold doesn't.
your fears are unfounded. But I will tell you, they have protected the polished center links from scratches, and the clasp one started to work its way loose, so I removed it, and the gold underneath is perfect. So how much did I spend on them? $50 from a website called esquirelife.com. They're perfectly sized. You just dip them in water. It activates some kind of adhesive. You can kind of like put it on by eye. You squish it, and then within a couple of hours, it's like on until you really have to work to remove it. But it shows up in pictures, in close-up pictures, but to the naked eye, you'd have to hold it like 2 inches from someone's face for them to notice it. But so do I love slip covers? No, but scratches, that's even worse. And this kind of gold, the polished center links, they scratch just from your sweater even.
Yeah, the way the clasp is too is really susceptible to desk diving.
Super Chat, very much so.
Yeah, fair point there. We got a super chat. We got one from AD Never Calling, $1. Thank you, AD Never Calling.
My biggest
and
fan.
We've got Mr. Zoso, $5. Gold does just fine without the condoms as well. Just saying. Yeah.
The gold that I think does the gold.
Explain to me what a slip cover is. Is it?
Well, basically, these are
apply it?
tailor-made. These are tailor-made plastic adhesive
Stickers.
stickers, which the idea behind them is to protect the watch. It's like it's kind of I don't particularly. I'm not a big. I like to. I think my own opinion is I don't like them.
Everybody wants to buy a Rolex in stickers. The sticker gate was when the rancher got pissed off that they took off his stickers. Everybody wants a Rolex and stickers. I got a Rolex and stickers here, except for you can't really hardly see the stickers.
You can't always get what you want.
But here's the thing, Mr. Zozo. Here's the gold that does well. The president, the date, I think does fine without stickers, just due to the nature of the configuration of the link and the brushing. It's these damned flat polished center links that you see here. It's these flat polished center links, man. They are ridiculously vulnerable, and that gold buckle. They're just ridiculously vulnerable. That's
when you apply it, is it like pre-cut out so that when you peel it off, it leaves a little? It leaves each link with a little piece on it, and okay, because I've seen the ones that cover the dial. You know, just
these are custom. They're custom die cut to cover the most vulnerable parts of the watch in a way that you barely see with the.
They are laser cut, Mike. Laser to the precision.
Okay, great. Okay, now I know. Thank you.
That's why they're $50. The fun.
Do you need more details, Mike?
No, I'm good now. I understand pretty much what I need to know.
Yeah. Anyway, look, I gotta say it's a matter of personal taste. Nothing in this world is perfect. This watch, brand new, out the box, off of stickers, was beautiful. It was less beautiful with the stickers on, but the scratches that started to develop. Just
Mark, have you also covered the card? Have you also covered the card with the condom?
Covered the what?
The card.
Yeah, well, it's got the crown guards.
No, not the guard. The card. The card. The warranty.
Card is naked. I'm raw dogging it. I'm raw dogging it with the card. And honestly, I do not put slip covers on any of my steel stunners. They can fend for themselves. Like steel will scratch at a normal rate, but gold scratches. Well, it's like wearing chocolate. It's like a stick of butter, as the man said. Right, Archie? Are you there, Archie?
100% right.
Well, even if you set your watch down on the desk and let the bottom of the watch land on the collapsed clasp, it puts microscopic scratches on the underside of your watch.
I always very careful not to do that, Mike.
Well, I have a roll. I have either a pair of socks, rolled up socks, or a rolled up ace bandage that when I take my watch off, I stuff it inside.
Yes, you're 100% right. You scratch the case back on the clasp.
Yeah, and so I always stuff something in between and then set it down on a cloth on my desk so that.
Mikey knows.
Here
Look at Patrick being compassionate. Patrick, you're being compassionate. Who is this? Someone stole Patrick's account.
Here we go. AD never calling $2. Hi, Mike. I hope you're feeling better. How are you feeling, by the way? You looks like you've broken it. The back.
I think I'm on the mend.
Are you testing positive? Like what's the test say?
I still test positive. I tested today positive, but last night I went to bed with 103 fever, and I woke up in the middle of the night completely soaking sweat, and went back to sleep. And in the morning I felt a little better, and I checked my temperature around noon, and it was
Mike,
98.
you can also put your watch in your anus to avoid scratches.
I can put it where? Anyways, my temp is down to 98.4. So I think I've broken my fever.
Is that rectal or armpit temperature? Where do you take your temperature?
It's usually 5 degrees hotter.
I take my temperature with my special custom SpongeBob
SquarePants pinky. I take people's temperature with my special custom pinky finger.
I let SpongeBob.
4 in the stink.
Oh, it became yellow. It's 100% rectum tested.
Yeah, no, this is custom made SpongeBob.
Now, I have a question, Mikey. Here's a question for you. If you have sex while you have a fever, is it hotter? I'm just wondering. I mean, you'd think it would be hotter.
I honestly can't remember the last
Archie,
time
can you hear
I
me?
really had sex.
Archie, can you
honestly.
see me? Come back to us, Archie. Look at Archie watching porn, just basically not listening to his own stream. Archie,
No, I love these streams. You know, these streams mean so much to me.
they
I'll be
do.
right back.
It's
I'm logging in for my bed. Sorry.
That's okay. You do that. You do that.
Chat, chat.
Super chat. Here we go. AD never calling $5. Mike, you never sent me that email. Please send it to patrickphilippe1000@gmail.com.
Along with your PayPal donation.
Patrick Philippe, look at that.
Oh, let me write it down, or did I already do it? Let me look.
Is there any chance, Archie, that as Mr. Zozo says, you're checking the value of your BMW floor mat?
Patrick Philippe.
I'm going to send him a.
I'll send that email right to you right now. Okay.
Well, let me just tell you a little bit about the gold watch. I rarely wear it, but it's one of those things that I feel like if I don't occasionally wear it, it's not worth the investment. This is not an investment piece. This is not a piece that's going to like rise because it's kind of like an oddball. But
you don't think it will rise?
It is under retail, Archie. These days it's under retail.
I know. The market's turned a bit nasty.
I feel like, you know what? That being said, Saad, you are correct, but I feel like it's holding value. I did have a legitimate offer to purchase for $30K, which was a nice offer from a really nice reseller who I really don't want to mention lest he feel jerked around. But I just wanted to take the temperature because once in a while I think about selling it because I just don't wear it that often. But at the end of the day, I feel like the money is safe in a watch like this if you buy it well.
You are known for this watch, Mark. You know that? Yes.
Because I never.
Yes.
You know what though? Honestly, Saad, what I think is you get the better value, the bigger bang for buck is the two-tone bluesy, because really the huge deal about this watch is that bezel and that dial, that sunburst blue dial, the bright blue bezel, and you get that on the bluesy for half the money, less than half the money.
But I believe the solid gold, all gold watch is the best value for money. It gives the impression of $1 million.
Well, you know what? I got to admit you're right about. You're making me feel better about my decisions, my life decisions, Saad. You're making me feel better.
I think in your collection, this is the most beautiful watch that you have.
You know what? It's crazy to me that this and my Panda are kind of like nip tuck in value on the secondary market, given the fact this frickin' solid gold. It's very heavy. It's like 200 plus grams, and the steel Panda is, I don't know, probably 138 grams.
But isn't this stupid that a steel watch and the gold watch, they both have same price almost?
It's crazy. It's Rolex, where the rules of physics and metallurgy no longer apply. There's something crazy about that. I mean, actual Rolex watches, Rolex Steel Sports sell for as much as gold watches do in other brands. It's crazy.
Yes, 100%.
Super chat. Where have you been? We got JDIDX, $5. Long time super chatter, first time listener. I support AD never calling, the troll with a heart of gold. AD never calling's got his own fan club.
Look at that.
What a
super chat, your support for AD never calling, just as JBI Deeks has done. Super chat, your support of Patrick the Troll. Do it now.
Exactly.
We need your vote. Rachel Brady, could you put your arm down? We don't need to see the armpit hair. Thank you very much.
Mark, can this watch be considered one and done Rolex?
No, never. No, because it's not a daily. It's not a good daily.
16610.
It's a dressing up and going out dancing watch. It's not a daily. Listen, any steel sub is a daily. The Starbucks is a daily. The Hulk is a daily, but not the gold. Maybe even the two-tone bluesy. It's two-tone bluesy could be a one and done. It dresses down or it dresses up. And Saad, I'm constantly fighting the urge to sell this and buy a bluesy instead, and just pocket
Oh,
the.
come on, Mark. You know,
Talk me
you
out of
are.
it. Talk me out of it.
I have seen a lot of your old ads where you have did those wristwatch checks, with this watch, if you remember doing that, wristwatch checks, and you have shown these watches in old videos of yours and even Archie's videos. So when I look at this, actually, it reminds me of you. And there are some other people also that, they discuss you when we talk about this watch. So if you sell this, what's next then?
White gold, super chat. That's the next step. Super chat.
Super chat. We got a super chat from our favorite medium legend, Toyota Mo, $5. I 100% support Patrick, aka AD Never Calling, and we've got a sign on the back of my studio there.
Hey, whatever happened to fridge advertising? Toyota Mo has got his own banner. We appreciate your support of Patrick. But what happened to refrigerator? You know what? I was an early advertiser on the fridge, wasn't I?
Yes, you were. Yeah.
Where is the fridge now?
It's currently in the garage. It's in the garage. It had a bit of a leak.
But do you feel like that fridge has some sort of intrinsic value as a prop? Julia Child's kitchen is located right now in the Smithsonian Museum in Washington, D.C. as an iconic display.
Oh, I see. Got you.
Do you feel like that should somehow belong in the Brisbane Historical Society Museum? That fridge?
It could be.
Super chat.
It could be. We've got a super chat here. We've got a super chat from our good friend P. Clen, $5. Can anyone explain the utility of a dive watch made of gold? Seems dumb to me.
It is dumb.
Yeah, it is. It's an oxymoron. It's an oxymoron. What do you think? It's an like the funny thing is, it's
Jumbo shrimp, military intelligence, gold.
It is. But tell me this: what's more? Donnie got the Breguet Marine. That's the same. They're both dive watches, aren't they?
Yes.
What do you think?
I agree. Listen, at the end of the day, Archie, just tell me what this watch says, because you phrased it first. You phrased it best. What does this watch say?
Get out of my Viking way.
Get out of my Viking way. That's what it says. So I really don't care. Get out of my way. That's what the watch says. So it's the landlord watch. I
think white gold is nothing in front of this, Mark.
Say again? Oh no, but I kind of like the Cookie Monster.
It's beautiful.
Please remember to buy a copy of my book to support Archie Luxury. Actually, there's a couple of Easter eggs in this book. This is the hardcover, the soft cover. Now, soft cover is cheaper. You realize, Archie, you're in here someplace. As a chubby, I believe I made you a chubby Australian shepherd, and I made Clyde a beagle with a hangdog look.
Yes, that's correct.
I should see if I can find the section where you are, and then do a dramatic reading. If you ever want to hear that, let me know. I'll look you up and do a dramatic reading of your portion of the art of training your dog. Let me know. Keep in touch.
Thank you so much.
Thank
you so much. It's interesting stuff there. It's always interesting.
Is it?
What made you buy the gold sub? Was I a major? Can you tell me the truth? Was I a major influence in you buying it, or
I saw you in the bath? I saw you in a swimming pool.
Swimming pool, yes, yeah. Actually, I went back there and I tried to film some stuff, but in Singapore, you don't want to push the boundaries.
It's not why you wore a dress shirt in the swimming pool, because in that video where you showed the gold sub in the swimming pool, you wore a shirt.
Speaking of gold subs, look who we've got here. JJ, how are you, my friend?
Hey, man.
Hey, what's going on? Talk to us.
Oh,
hello, JJ.
Hello, General Saad.
Another billionaire we have in the panel now.
I see Ross has no shirt on. I like that.
You like that? Medium ass.
Medium
ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
JJ, let me ask you this question. Day date 40 versus sub 40 all gold. Which one will you pick and why?
I go with the day date. It's the iconic precious metals piece from Rolex. Just my opinion. Nothing wrong with the gold sub.
It's such a great watch, JJ. That's like, I don't know why I got this. I should have got that maybe. Honestly.
No, the gold sub is awesome too. I mean, I'm just if you're forcing me to pick one,
I just love subs. You know why? It's got a fidget spinner, and the day date has no fidget spinner.
The gold sub is it's got a ton of wrist presence. It's
I'll
awesome
be back
watch.
in one moment,
Yeah,
guys.
you got a super. Oh, there he goes.
I just think if you had
we have a bunch of super chats, he's gone. But
Yeah.
you know, look, let's at least read the names of the super chatters, and then guys, we'll get Archie to respond to these shortly. Mike the Snake with $2.99. Archie, how long does it take you to upload a review? That I don't think is the actual Mike the Snake. Toyota, because I don't feel like he would challenge Archie to that particular level. That's more like a Clyde. I bet you that's Clyde with a fake name.
he also it's Australian. It's Australian money. So
well, you're right. So who knows who that is? Toyota Mo. I sent AC3 a PayPal to fix the fridge about a year ago. Oh yeah, like that's gonna happen. Oh yeah, also send him a PayPal to buy a new chair. Send PayPal now to ArchieLuxury72@gmail.com, and then you can throw good money after bad, just like Toyota Mo has done. And Patrick, AD never calling, $5. This is the best panel ever assembled on the Archie Luxury channel. You know what? Personally, right now, I don't know about you, Ross, Rachel, Brady, but I'm getting a chubby. From
Me
that
too. Me too.
I can't even believe it. I thought AD never calling hated me. He actually paid $100 to remove me for months and weeks at a time. Anyway, thank you, Patrick.
medium ass.
JJ, what's happening? What are you doing? What are you buying? Tell us what's going on in your world.
Oh no, I'm tapped, Mark. I'm tapped. I got the last two watches I got were the 321 Ed White.
Oh wow! Now, how long were you on a wait list, or did you buy it gray?
No, I bought a gray. I got a it was a watch I wanted for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to complete what I thought was the best Bruce Williams trio when he did the VC Blue Dial, the Hulk, and the Speedy. I just thought that was a really good three-piece. But I wanted the 321, not the. I had the 3861 at one point, which I had sold.
What are the other two right now in the collection?
The VC Overseas Blue Dial, and the Hulk.
How's the? Oh, really? I got the Hulk. I got. Tell me about the premium on the Ed White.
Actually, I did very well. I paid $17 with an extra brand new bracelet.
Wow! And what's retail? What's retail on that? Jay?
About 15.
You did fantastic. What is this? Just the watch market going kind of down? Is that a normal deal, or did you get the friendship?
No, I got a friendship deal from Marco. You know, he knew I wanted that, and I wasn't in a rush. And I had mentioned that maybe 5 or 6 months earlier that I was waiting for. And I had a couple guys actually on a list that didn't want it that were going to get
from Marco. In other words, it was a blowjob deal.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, we certainly can.
Mike, I have a quick question. I'm trying to send Patrick Philippe an email. Is Philippe spelled with 2 L's, Phillipe, or just 1 L?
Why don't you scroll up and look for it? It was.
I did that. It's already passed.
I see. Okay. Well, good question. I'm sure Patrick will inform you.
Well, I'll
probably
try
spelled the same way as Patek.
It was 2 L's. It was 2 L's.
Okay.
No, I don't think it should be 1 L 2 P's like Patek Philippe.
JJ, I have another question before we get bogged down.
Is it 1 L?
Let's not talk
1 L 2 P's, Mike. 1 L 2 P's.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
JJ,
2 balls, 1 cock.
I mean, is there a comma? Is there a period? Yeah, okay. Is that a capital G or is that a lowercase G? JJ, call me something.
Hey, sorry about that, guys. I had to book. I got some. Sorry about that. I want to apologize. I was a little bit. I didn't tell you the truth.
Of course not.
Okay, the solar system. We've got fungus on the panels.
Fungus.
Okay. Yeah.
You got a lot of super chats to catch up on.
And we've also got the other thing we've got is we've got fungus on the panels, and the other terrible thing I have got is the hot water system is leaking. Now it's on the patio, so I don't really mind that. But how long does it's 5-year-old hot water system? Do they last more than 5 years or not?
Archie, I have a
Actually, I
question
need
for
that
you.
iron.
Do you like money?
Let's go through these. P. Klein, $5. Can anyone
No.
explain?
Mike the Snake is the next one. At 25 after the hour.
25. Okay, what about the P. Klein
I
one?
got you, Arch. Just go ahead.
Okay. Mike the Snake, $3. Ross, love you, but what with the facial expression?
Mike, this is rude of you. Why did you say that? Mike?
Medium ass. Medium ass.
Medium ass. That's why.
Medium ass.
Okie dokie. Then we've got AD Never Calling. Mike, $5. Mike, I didn't get it. Double check the spelling. Patrick Philippe 1000 at gmail.com. Now, Patrick Philippe,
I'm sending the email right now.
Do you realize that Mike's dyslexia?
I did send him an email as well. I just sent him an email as well. Archie, this was actually my special. It would be bestofarchie@gmail.com because that's the account that links to this YouTube channel that we run the streams off. So I did actually. I did send you a hello from Archie.
Please go
as
up
well.
to Mike
And
the Snake.
I do want it to be let known that any super chats in my name are not me because I never super chat.
Oh my God, you're kidding. We can't believe it.
Three more, Arch. 3 more. Let's do them. 3 more. Let's go.
Okay, Mike the Snake, $3. Arch, how long does it take you to upload a review? Normally about a week. Normally about a week. I actually went through some of my lists.
What do you have to review, Mike?
You remember you got mad at the rancher for suggesting that you might get to your paid reviews, Archie?
Yeah, I remember that. And here we go. We got another super chat here. Toyota Mo, $5. I sent AC3 a PayPal to fix the fridge about a year ago. Oh, yeah. I also sent him a PayPal to buy a new chair. Send PayPal now to ArchieLuxury72 at gmail.com. Now, by the way, I am going to get some chair updates. He did send me money for the sweater. I've got sweaters, jumpers. It's all moving in a positive direction.
One more. Keep it going.
And we got AD Never Calling, $5. This is the best panel ever assembled on the Archie Luxury channel.
Do you know, I feel like Patrick and I have reached a new level in our relationship. A little homosexuality goes a long way on this channel. Keep going. Keep going.
This is Shaggy.
Keep going.
Shaggy. There's another one.
I
Real
need an
World
iron.
Curly. Sorry.
I need an iron. I need an iron for my room to make my pants look nice.
They call me Mr.
You know what? Why does Shaggy sound exactly like Curly? Is that Curly? I understand him just as well.
But I gotta tell you, you know what? I think gold, it's almost as silly as a dress watch in steel. And it works. Ridiculous. It just works. We like to do the opposite of what we're allowed. We want to break the rules in life.
That's right.
You can't master the rule. You can't break the rules before you can master them.
From
you can't
Mike
always
Snake,
get what
Archie.
you want, but if you try sometime, you just might find you get what you need. We have a super chat from Mike the Snake.
Here we go. Sorry, Mike the Snake, $3. Do you only review watches? How about my Pantera? I love the Pantera. You know that? I really do love Panteras. I love them. I love them.
I love them too. They're my absolute favorite supercar.
Mike, you sound like shit.
Yesterday he sounded like diarrhea. Today he's only sounding like shit.
Have you checked your oxygen level?
I must say, no, I'm feeling 100% better. You know, yesterday my fever was a 102.7 during the show, and it went up to 102.9. But this morning, right now it's 98.4. So,
beautiful! It broke.
I believe my fever broke. I woke up in the middle of the night soaking wet.
You're actually having what do you call it? What do you get? Hypothermia. Super chat.
I guess that's what it's called. but I've
Hyperthermia. Here we go. We got Toyota Mo, $5. I want Svetlana played after every super chat I make until the chair arrives.
Well, let's give him at least one, you know, because cumulatively, he's up there around $25 so far today.
He is a great guy there.
It's always nice to see Svetlana too.
How about one Svetlana? You know,
She
for the
really,
gift.
she does it for me.
How about
she
one?
really,
Just one.
she does it
Can
for
you
me.
find it? Can you do it? Can you find it in your heart?
I'm trying to find it now. Just hang on there, guys.
Take it. Take it.
Hey, Ross, do you think you could do a version of this for the men out there for Arch?
Hey! I resent that remark right now.
Yeah, I probably could.
Yeah.
Super chat when we get back. When we get back. Mike the Snake coming on strong today.
Arch, super chat, Arch.
Super chat. Here we go. We're just finding the clip. Here we go. Mike the Snake, $3. Arch, can we dedicate an episode discussing my flu?
That's a lot of super chats today, Mike.
Super chats.
That's not me, first of all.
Oh, that's not you?
No.
Well, it says Mike the Snake.
I know, it's what it says.
Oh, it's a
but
different
not
Mike the
me.
Snake? Oh,
I've never sent a super chat ever.
My name is Lana and I am a nurse. I want to talk to you about boring YouTube channels and luxury wristwatches and other luxury goods. Are you bored of the usual boring watch reviews? Are you bored of the normal factory promotions? If so, I prescribe you ArchieLuxury channel. Archie is just what the doctor ordered. Archie is a magic tonic what will make you happy and smile every day. If you keep watching Archie, you may be able to date women like me. ArchieLuxury will make you a big success with beautiful girls. Я тебя люблю, ArchieLuxury, и не могу жить без тебя.
See, Ross, you could totally do it. Hi,
See?
my name is Ross Rachel Brady, and I have a medium ass.
Yeah,
My name is.
it's in my drawer right now. With a bottle of water.
AD never calling. AD never calling $5. Even if something happens to Bear and he never comes back, he will find comfort knowing this panel is the best.
Oh, thank you, Patrick.
I love your Negroni there, by the way, Marky.
You know, sadly, it's almost cashed. I've been nursing the damn thing, but do you know what I find? I find at least half a small orange, squeezed it, got it on my pecker. Half an orange squeezed right into your Negroni just makes it a lot more pleasant. Even better.
Toyota Mo, what, $2? Nope, every single time I super chat, play it.
Oh shit, that means we need Svetlana again. This is a lot of tits for me, Toyota Mo, but it's entirely up to Archie.
Yes, bring it up again, hey? What do you think there, hey?
Well, you know, for $2, we could give him a nipple.
We
Maybe
can give
play
him a
half.
little bit more, hey? Add him to the stream there. We'll just play it again. Here we
Less
go.
than
He is a
nothing.
medium legend, you know?
Honestly, less than nothing.
Hello, my name is Lana and I am a nurse. I want to talk to you about boring YouTube channels and luxury wristwatches and other luxury goods. Are you bored of the usual boring watch reviews? Are you bored of the normal factory promotions? If so, I prescribe you ArchieLuxury channel. Archie is just what the doctor ordered. Archie is a magic tonic what will make you happy and smile every day. If you keep watching Archie, you may be able to date women like me. ArchieLuxury will make you a big success with beautiful girls. Я тебя люблю, ArchieLuxury, и не могу жить без тебя.
How many premium squeezed juices do you think that girl costs? I feel a lot. I feel like you'd need to buy her more than breakfast.
That was over 10 years ago. Can you believe that? That footage was from 10 years ago.
Can you imagine
and,
what Anakin looks like now? And do you remember putting posters up all over Nana Plaza and forgetting to put your phone
number? Yes.
I love you, Archie. I love you so much. I want you to know that some of the best entertainment I've had in my life and some of the most white hot anger I've ever had in my life came from you. The two things, both.
Wow, amazing.
You're
amazing stuff.
You are a talent. You are a talent.
Thank you. No, it's been, I got to tell you one thing. It's actually, you've been a really positive guy, Mark. I must tell you honestly, YouTube gives you the shits at times.
Oh, it does. I've got death threats. I got 27,000 subscribers and I get death threats. Like, look at it's people don't understand what we go through for the bullets that we take for this team of crazy fucking watch people. I mean, most of you people are nuts, okay, or you wouldn't even be here. But we do it. We do it for you. We do it for the love of the horology, don't we?
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
Death threats. I mean, literal death threats. Like I've had to contact people's employers who are using their work ISPs to send me crazy shit. This is not a normal. I rest my case. Okay, if this were Hollywood Squares, upper right, there's something terribly wrong.
Why would anyone have anything against you, Mark? I don't get it. You're a harmless guy. I don't get it.
This is a good question. Listen, for a super real world Curly is asking to see Rachel's nips, and I'm gonna say that's at least a $5 super. Whoa! It's a super chat. $5. Okay. You can find out if they're pierced or not.
And this is right around the time that.
And for $10, we promise we won't show you. $5 if you want to see him. 10 if you don't. She just caught on to that, didn't she?
Yeah.
Medium
RRB, I'd like to know if the termite guy, if Terminex ever came back to your house. I'm fixing to run the fuck out this house and never come back.
He hasn't come back.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you a story right now, which I really shouldn't tell because I'm a little umbriago, but I'm gonna tell it nonetheless. So I have a friend, he's gay, his brother is gay, he's 2 boys in the family, 2 kids in the whole family, and his mother's luck, their mother's luck, they are both gay. So his brother calls him up and he goes, I'm at work, you got to run to my condo and you got to get something out of my bedroom because there's a leak in my condo and the condo management's coming in to take a look at that leak. And he goes, okay, what is it? He goes, I'll tell you when you get there, just call me from my bedroom. So he gets into the bedroom and my friend looks, and on the nightstand of his brother's bedroom is a dildo the size of a fire hydrant. It is an enormous black dildo, like literally almost the size of a fire hydrant. And he calls his brother and he goes, I think I found what you're looking for. I'll put it in a drawer. He goes, yeah, I don't want the maintenance guys to see that. He said it was almost the size of a small fire hydrant. Let me tell you what, I am gay, but some of you people are kinkier than I don't even understand. I don't even understand you people, but yet here we are united in our common love of Archie and Rolex. Fire hydrant. He said it was like that big around. Crazy.
Crazy. Mr. Zoso, $2. Ross Rachel Brady t-shirt fund. Please put one on now. Please.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Thank you.
He wants you to put a t-shirt on now.
We all do.
He wants me to put one on.
He thought you wanted to put his face on a t-shirt, Arch, for your merch.
How about a nightgown? Rachel, do you have a nightgown handy? Maybe a negligee, some pretty little something?
I can put a shirt on if he wants me to.
Well, we've been paid $2.
He does. Medium. He does.
Okay.
He does. Here we go. We got another super chat here from AD Never Calling, $5. Mark, you're a disgusting human being. This isn't a free of counter space available in that kitchen.
There's plenty.
A 3mm. For fuck's sake, how many people live there?
There's plenty. There's plenty of room. There's plenty of space. Actually, there is. Come here. I'll give you a quick tour. I mean, like, look, here's a completely empty counter, you know, and like, there's the Campari from the Negroni, but you know, by the way, the boyfriend doesn't like the blue M&Ms, so he saves them for me special. Can you see those?
Oh, wow.
You know, this isn't so bad. Now, mind you, this countertop's a little crazy, but you know, it's not too bad. Dog crates for the dogs. It's not so bad. Hey, you want to have a quick look around the property? Let me show you something.
I'd love to have it. Let's have a look. Let's full screen you. Let's have a look.
This place is just beautiful. I'm a blessed and lucky human being.
Yes, you are.
Right there. Now, wait, before you go down, can you say, is it a sickness? Right? This is where you say it?
Well, this is a sickness. What you're seeing now is not only my dwelling, but also my living.
No, but don't you say it on that porch right there? Isn't that where you do that?
Just watch check, is it? Or is it a hobby? Okay. Well, anyway, so there's my little kennel for the dogs. It's climate controlled. There's the training center. If it's really dark or rainy or frigid cold, we train in there. You can see there's lots of fields for training. Now, what you can't tell is behind that tree line is 500 acres of hiking trails. Beautiful creeks and horse trails.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Here is a potty yard for my dogs. So I can just like let them down into that area there. It's connected to the house, which is right here. And then it's just you can't really see all the property from this vantage point, but you can see a lot. And look, there's the Aviator, which used to be the Exploder. I love that.
You don't have a garage for the car?
I do, but I don't put her in. I got the garage filled with shit. So
Arch hates when you do that. He gets mad at me all the time for that.
Yeah, I know. But here we are. Anyway, stupid chat.
Here we go. Real world curly, $5. Fike the shirt. Let's see the nips, you sexy animal.
Not mine. I'm too fat.
Hold on.
Just a little bit.
There's the dog.
Oh, just a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Hold on. Put a shirt on. Put a shirt off, guys. Make your mind up.
Oh!
I feel like you have a rash.
Let's go back to the dog
like
training.
I like how Ross goes from no shirt to a button-up like business shirt.
I feel like he's got heat rash. Do you have prickly heat? You know, going.
That was his reaction to his latex suit.
Now, my grandmother was a painter. I don't know if you can see the painting over my shoulder, but she was a painter, so that's one of her paintings. Here's more.
Wow!
Here's more of them on the wall.
Super chat.
She was very.
Here we go, Mike the Snake, $3. Beautiful property. Respect, Mike.
There we have it.
Beautiful. It's a really nice property, and you're in the middle of the forest there.
Yeah, no, it's really beautiful. You know what? Give me a minute, and I'll send you a photograph, an aerial shot that I took from a drone, so you can get a better sense of it.
He's in Sherwood, Arch. Sherwood.
Don Haynes is texting me. Donnie, come back.
What is Sherwood, JJ? What does that mean?
I'm kidding. Sherwood Forest is Robin Hood.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
All right, hold on, Archie. I'm gonna send you a picture of this place.
No, that's okay. We'd love to see it. It is really quite beautiful. That's expensive, isn't it?
Don says he's not coming back. I don't know why. He's a little put out, but he'll be back sooner or later. He'll be back.
This is like a multi-million-dollar property, isn't it?
Marcus, it must be difficult to maintain this place.
Well, I'll tell you, it's I got it under control. It's not even 3 acres, a little under 3 acres, so it's not too crazy.
Wow!
I sent you an aerial shot, Archibald.
Can we mention how much it cost at your place? Or
you know what? It's surprisingly affordable. Chicago is a surprisingly affordable. It's well under $1 million in this area. Look at that.
Wow.
Oh, beautiful.
Now what you can't
Hey Archie, it's Spooko Fred here. Spooko Fred all the way from Louisiana.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, I'm great, Archie, and I love you, Ross, Rachel, Brady. Maybe we should meet up sometime and tag team Bart Goldberg. We won't need no medium plastic asses then, will we, brother? Sweet old Alabama.
So when you see in the foreground of the picture, at the bottom of the picture, you see a tree line. Behind that is where the 500 acres are.
Oh, that's
So how much is your land here?
My land is what you're seeing. That big old square of my land is 2.7 acres.
Beautiful.
All American acres.
So,
And
so that's $1 million.
no, not even half that. Maybe a little more than half that. Listen, I'm in a really funny, beautiful little area. I am 1 hour, maybe even less, in good traffic. I'm less than an hour into Chicago, and yet I've got all this land, and I'm well under $1 million. So it's just a beautiful, beautiful little pocket of affordable America.
That's beautiful. It's a nice area as well. It's really nice.
And it's paid for. I just paid off the loan. I've been here 15 years. I turned my 30-year loan into a 15-year loan, and here we are on year 15.
How did you do that? You paid an extra payment every year, or what did you do?
Yeah, what I did was whenever I had extra cash, I just threw it into the mortgage.
Yeah, good idea.
How I did it.
Yeah, very, very good idea.
Arch, are you ready to do a debt-free scream for yourself, or what?
Me?
Yeah,
I'm not debt-free.
No, I'm saying, are you getting ready? Do you want to get ready to do it?
I'd love to do a debt-free screen.
Consumer debt is evil because the interest rates are insane. I mean, in the U.S., even mortgage interest rates, which are up right now, what are they, 5%, 6%, maybe? I don't know, because that's been a long time for me. That's not too bad, but this credit card debt is nuts. And what they're charging for car loans lately is nuts, and the prices of cars. I got to say, man, just watch your consumer debt, because that's what really sucks the blood right out of you.
Yeah, the bejeebers out of you. Yeah. The problem is, how do you like my water heater's leaking. So what the fuck? How do I pay for that? Can I ask you that? How the fuck do I pay for that?
Cash reserves, my friend. Cash reserves. Live beneath your means, not above them. And
no, I'm just saying to you, you have certain emergencies, you know.
You do, but that's the whole point of having 6 months worth of expenses in the bank.
I've got it in the share market.
Well, I do believe that the real estate market overall, long term, is obviously a good investment, but you need to have a certain amount of money in liquidity also.
Cash flow. You need cash flow, Archie.
Yeah, a little bit of cash reserve. Otherwise, you're trying to earn 9% in the stock market while you're busy paying 22% for a consumer loan on your credit card to pay for the water heater. That's backwards.
You know, well, my credit card is low rate because it's 13.99, 14%. Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's low rate, but isn't it a shame that 13% is considered low rate?
Low rate. Yeah.
You might even be able. Listen, you know, there's a good tactic, which is to transfer your balances every year, because at least in America, we get the occasional offer to transfer balances for.
That hurts your credit score, doesn't it? What's your credit score, Marky? Can I ask you your credit score?
Okay, it's a good question. I haven't looked in a minute. Hang on, I'll look, because I haven't looked. Let me remember how I look it up. Give me a second. I have an app for that, but I don't know. Yeah, I remember now. Give me a second.
Archie, are you earning good from the stocks?
I'm just told they're blue chip. They're blue chip Australian.
Wow, look at my credit score. It's not too damn bad. I'm a little surprised, but who
What's
knew?
your credit score, Marky?
You want the number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you guess. For a
800?
super chat, for a super
800?
chat, for a super chat, I'm gonna give it
850.
I'll give you the exact number for a super chat. Let's wait until somebody super chats for the number.
Will Money, $5. When Mikey signs for the pen in mail, he'll actually signing a consent form to be extradited to Pakistan to stand trial for his watch box fraud crimes.
Gracious, I don't know about that, Mikey. Yeah, he doesn't seem the type.
Mikey's okay.
Yeah, and my credit score, I'm going to give you a hint, guys. It's down 7 points in the last whatever 30 days, something like that.
Oh, because you paid off your loan. They don't like that.
Is that why? That could be.
Yeah. If you pay off the loan, they don't like that.
And it was updated as of today, and I'm down 7 points. So I don't know. What do y'all think? One small super chat for man, one giant credit score for mankind. Will tell you.
It's interesting, credit scores, isn't it?
I never paid attention to it. I mean, I still don't pay attention to it. Here's what I know. I put every bill I humanly can on auto pay, or I'll forget to pay the damn things. And that
Oh,
fucks
I
you up.
hate that auto pay because the problem is if the money's not there, the fees are horrendous.
Well, that's what your cash reserves are for, so the money is always there.
Mm-hmm.
Real World Curly asks, Mark, why are all the trees dead on one side of your property? And that's actually a good question. Those are a particular type of pine tree which were hit by a weevil or a boar, some kind of insect that bore into them and fuck them up. So everybody in the neighborhood lost a certain variety of pine tree, and I just never cut mine down yet. But that's why.
Oh fuck! Is it expensive to cut down or?
Well, I have a chainsaw. You know, we're out here in the country. We cut our own down, provided they're not tucked up against the house. But still pain.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? The sudden oak death disease or the beetles?
It was a boar, Mikey. You know, the kind that bores right through the
boring
Yeah,
beetle.
That's the kind you bring to a dinner party.
Yeah. No, those beetles are responsible for millions of acres of
it's really sad
dead forest land in Alaska.
And apparently, by the time you know you have them, it's too late.
Yeah.
Guys, one small super chat for my credit score. That's all we're waiting for is $1 from Mr. C for my credit.
Same with sudden oak death disease. Is like by the time the tree croaks, it's already blossomed and bloomed all of its pollen or whatever it is. The disease is already blown out.
Mike the Snake, they are sending crop dusters over the surrounding towns here, dusting for gypsy moths.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know. I mean, like, I literally don't know. It must be okay for human consumption because they're flying over subdivisions and dusting gypsy moths without consent.
They do it even if it's not okay for human consumption. Years ago, we had something. It's called a silky winged fly or something, and it was really detrimental to fruit crops. And they would I witnessed the helicopter just crop dusting the city, just making passes across the entire city.
You know what we call crop dusting? There's another use for the term crop dusting. Do you know it? Anybody know it?
No.
That's when you walk past people and you silently fart.
That's crop dusting. That's exactly right. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to have to share my credit score for free because this group of people is not super chatting at the moment. So, but to spur on the super chats, I'll tell you, and I don't know, you tell me, is it good? Is it not good? 796. Is that good?
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. That is fucking amazing credit.
Good to know. I mean, do you have the same system in Australia? Is it the same?
We never had credit scores, but we've actually started to do them now. Yeah. It's fascinating stuff. And
super chat.
Here we go. Super chat from Sirocco Sales. $2. Sudden puppy dog death syndrome, Mikey.
Proof of life.
I certainly hope not.
Proof of life, please. How about if it's like a super chat for proof of life multiple times throughout the stream so we can actually see that the dog is alive and well?
No, because it's
I gotta
pick her up on
tell you.
there.
Hey, Marky, I gotta tell you, your fucking property, that's so ideal.
You know what?
Idyllic, isn't it?
I'll be honest.
Fucking beautiful.
Like no lie. When I was a kid, my best friend and I, we used to talk about renting an apartment when we got older. And I'm telling you, when we were like 12 and 13, we used to talk about renting an apartment and just filling it up with dogs. Here I am living on a property that I call the little dog farm. It's a dream, and I wake up. My bedroom window looks out over the back of the whole property and the forest preserve behind me. That's my view. And I wake up every morning, honestly, with some form of gratitude that I've managed to achieve this life's dream that I'm following.
Have you invited that friend over to see your property or not?
What friend?
The one who you used to sit when you were 12. Yeah.
Do you know what? We're still friends. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ironically, this is a crazy thing. His brother his brother, who I also know, of course, because I know the whole family, is also a famous dog writer.
Fuck.
Our little block where I was raised in suburban Philadelphia produced 2 dog writers. In fact, the other guy, his brother, has written not just 3 or 4 like me, but like 15 well-received books. So it's
Has he spoken to you about it or not? You
yeah,
ever spoken?
yeah, of course, absolutely. Yeah. It's a beautiful.
Geez, wow, that's. I must admit, for I don't know what if you're telling me the truth. I honestly, looking at your farm there, I would say that's a $2 million property.
No. I will tell you, I'm just I'm very lucky. This part of the United States, for whatever reason, there's lots of space, and so it's more like somewhere between $500,000 and $600,000 in value, which is a beautiful thing. Don't get me wrong. I'd like to claim, my place is worth millions of dollars. But honestly, if it had been, I would have found it impossible to get here. So I'm just lucky that our costs are kind of controlled compared to most places.
Well, I saw the picture of your yard, Mark, and here in California, that would be 2 million, 2.5 million at least.
Ken Fresno, $5. Can we get a picture of the puppy with today's paper?
Or like a fork. How about a fork?
People read papers anymore. Do they read papers?
I'd have to put my sari on with my mask, wrapped around my head, and a little video camera set up, and speak in like Iraqi, and be like,
Iraqi.
Like
Mike. I think we believe that the puppy is alive. We saw Ken. We saw Coda. Not more than 20 minutes ago. She's fine. I assure you.
Yeah.
Here we go. AD never calling $10. Mark, if you leave, the super chats will return. No, we love our Marky.
Well, hold on a minute. That's a $10 super chat specifically due to my presence. So thank you, Patrick. And Patrick,
thank you.
Call me. That last picture you sent me was really hot.
I got to tell you, Marky, that is, one thing I want to say this to you. When I went to America, I was looking for the American dream, right?
It's right here.
I stayed at Bondage and Discipline's place.
I saved you a stall in my barn, and you never showed up.
No, but let me say this: I stayed at Bondage and Discipline. The only problem is his house is a fucking $2 million house plus, right? I stayed in so many places, and I got to be totally honest with you. This is actually, if you say that's the price, right? That's not cheap. That's certainly not cheap. But
no, but it's look in the scheme of compared to California, New York, the Midwest. The Midwest is much more affordable than most places.
Yeah.
No, and Chicago. How far from Chicago are you?
I can make Chicago in 45 minutes, 50 minutes in good traffic.
Yeah. That's nothing.
It's like I can make San Francisco in like 50 minutes, 55 minutes if I haul ass and have no traffic.
The problem is San Francisco is such a mess. Nobody wants to go there right now.
Yeah, that's a good point. Chingao. Duco, $5. $5. Duco, this is our good friend Duco. We love the Goldberg. Is it possible to write a book, How to Train Your Wives?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we could talk about this. My favorite restaurant in the entire world is in San Francisco, and it is called, I forget. I'm a little drunk still. I'll look it up. But it's an incredible food town.
I think, Duco, this book applies to wives also.
I'm going to look it up.
Or no? Mark's book.
I gotta tell you, you've got everything you want in life. Nice watches. Let's look at this, man. You got everything. You got one property. How many properties do you have? How many properties do you have, Mr. Goldberg?
Oh man, I got rid of everything finally. I used to have a farm in Michigan.
Yeah.
A little Michigan farm. But
why did you get rid of that?
Because it was my little Michigan farm was a perfect getaway when I lived in the city of Chicago because I was an hour closer to the farm. So within an hour and a half, I could run around the lake, go over the Chicago Skyway, and find myself in this beautiful little rural farm. Believe it or not, check this out. That was 9 acres and a house, and it was a big house. Big house, 9 acres. I bought and sold it for about the same money, $110,000. Michigan was so cheap.
Hey, I wanted to say, Big L's Golden Watches. If you keep it up, I'm gonna fucking time you out.
Do
Okay?
it. Just do it. Just do it.
Sorry,
Big Al, but I gotta support my brother.
I'm just giving him a fair warning.
Fair warning. Anyway, then I had a few rental houses, and I just sold the last of those about a year ago.
Where did you have your rental houses, Marky?
Being a landlord, well, for the last 15 years, except for now I'm rental house free. Being a landlord is an incredible pain in the ass. Honestly, you got to deal with people, and fuck that. I would way rather deal with dogs. Dogs do not.
Yes.
Dogs are much easier to deal with.
Did you make money out of the rental houses?
Oh yeah, but honestly, at the end of the day, I would have made more money just putting all that money in the stock market, as you have done, shares. Especially with the amount of work that landlording really is.
You didn't have an agent to just look after it for you?
Yeah, no, we did it. I did it myself with a partner. And of course, I'm wearing the landlord watch, but it's a pain in the ass being a landlord. Imagine dealing with you. The toilet is broken. The plumber won't put in my Thailand butt gun. The hot water heater isn't working. Someone threw paint on my driveway. I mean, there's a big pain in the ass being a landlord.
Yeah, and so that money you rolled it into your property now. Is that right?
Yes. Paid my taxes, threw it into the property, paid it off, and here we are. But it's not like it's an incredible money saver to having paid off my mortgage. But what I do know is I was paying something on the average of $700 a month in just interest, just pure interest. And of course, you get a deduction for that, at least in the United States.
Yeah, we don't in Australia. We don't get a deduction.
Oh, that sucks. Oh my God.
Cool.
Wow. Look, we used to get a write-off for any interest paid, including credit card debt. But then they took away the deduction for credit card interest, but they left the home mortgage deduction.
How could you get a deduction for credit card debt? I don't understand that.
We had that for years, for 30 years. Any consumer debt interest that you pay.
How much of a deduction did you get?
Well, I'm not big on consumer debt, but like your car loan, your credit card, you were able to write off all your interest.
Fuck.
So for most people, not necessarily for me, but for most people, that was a big and an important deduction. But they took it away probably about 15 years ago. But the home mortgage interest deduction remains. So I was paying $700 a month in mortgage interest. And I got to deduct that. So it probably lowered the effective rate to like maybe $500 a month. But nonetheless, that's still $6,000 a year in just consumer debt service that I've eliminated. And that doesn't sound like a crazy amount, but over 10 years, it's $60,000.
And but you don't even lease your vehicle. Your vehicle is paid off in cash.
I am a very blessed person. So I buy cars for cash.
Yeah. Good idea.
Real world content points out that this is everything nobody wanted to know about me, and I'm pretty sure.
No, I'm enthralled by you.
Right. I think he's right. We're getting into the weeds on my personal.
Marky, I like it because I often wondered. I'll be honest with you. Can I say this to you?
You may say anything.
You are an American success story.
Well, I was very fortunate.
I'm saying that you're living the fucking dream. Like seriously. I know why you're so fucking cheery is because you live in a beautiful place.
I've been fucking lucky. I'll be honest with you. First of all, my parents were able to gift me an education, and in this day and age, it's outrageous. These kids are graduating with $100,000 in consumer debt from the day at 20. So
student loans. Yeah.
One of the things that I'm probably the proudest of is I put 3 children through college, and not a single one of them graduated with debt. And I was just very happy to be able to do that for my children. But it's outrageous what Kids are almost born in debt today. It's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, they can go to a community university or community college, can't they? They don't have to spend big bucks to go to the
That's
high.
true. Yeah.
The thing is, Marky, you got a beautiful place paid off. Okay, you got a beautiful vehicle. You're in a job that you love. I mean, let's face it, you've always loved training dogs.
Oh man, that was
pets.
my childhood. That was my childhood dream, honestly.
What year did you start the dog training business? How old were you?
1969.
Oh, you were started as a kid, but when did you go full time? Oh, you've always been a full-time dog trainer.
No, I haven't always been full-time. Look, let me break it down for you. The first time that I was ever paid, I went pro at 13 years of age.
Yeah.
Because that's when my teachers started taking me home to train their dogs, you know. But then I had a multitude of jobs. I trained dogs all through college. I trained dogs for the college. I had them set me up with a dog training course in the night school that they ran. So I've been training dogs all through junior high school, and college, and then after. But full time, I don't know, probably 20 years, because I always maintained another job until finally I was like, fuck it, let's just do.
Did you work for in the lock business?
I did.
Yes, you were. You were an expert in the lock and safe business.
I am. I did. It's true. In the lock business, I combined my interest for writing along with my knowledge of the lock industry. I only worked in the lock industry as a salesperson for 3 years, but then I spent 25, 30 years in that industry in the publishing end. So I was the publisher of the.
Has that changed? Has that changed now? Is that it's all China, or what's happened with that industry?
Well, first of all, the entire publishing industry has trade magazines have been decimated by the internet, so most of them have gone away. But we have a super chat.
The tin foil hat, $2. Arch, give me a wizard update. Wow, you know what? I have heard absolutely nothing. I have tried to engage in conversation. He will not respond to me. It's been pretty damn slow there, I'm afraid. Yeah, I haven't had anything good come out of it. Nothing. Sorry, nothing has eventuated. I am very sorry to say.
Silence. Radio silence.
Yeah, radio silence. And I don't know what can I do really? I mean, I've tried to it's
wake up, Sad.
It's unfortunate. We got another super chat from Tiktology, $2. Mark, should I start a cat training business?
I feel like that's where all the money would be.
Can you train cats or not really? They're different sort of animals.
People train them for commercials and tricks and circuses and stuff like that. So the answer is it's just a lot more time consuming than dogs. And the reason is dogs care and cats literally don't give a shit. So it's a lot more.
Yep.
Jupiter. We love Jupiter's meow. You know, I loved what I love about you is, Mark, I'll be honest, if you like you or hate you, the thing is you really do care for the animals.
Well, I subscribed and I told my shithead friends.
And you really, you're a good soul. You're a good soul. I like that. I like that in you. You're a good soul. Okay.
Mark, my question from you is Oyster Perpetual 41 really a $17,000 watch?
Now, come on, Nick. That's just ridiculous.
Well,
I'm gonna have to remove that comment, and please just behave. Don't be nasty like that. Okay, Mark.
You beat me to it, Arch. So,
why would you say? Why say that? Why, Mark? I'll be honest with you. The thing about Mark is, I love you. You're a good man. You're a good guy.
We love
right?
Him. We love gay men on this show. Anyway, Saad, what was the question, Saad?
My question from you is OP41 really a $17,000 watch for you?
I mean, it's ridiculous, but depends on the dial. So,
do you like that new celebration dial? That new?
Yeah.
dial?
Listen, there's two of them. There's two of them on the resale market right now for around $50,000 and $60,000.
Fucking hell!
I know, which
Ridiculous.
I don't think it's crazy. But to answer Saad's question, look, I paid $17,800 for the turquoise, and the cheapest you can find it right now is $25,000. So, yeah, it's worth it. You bet. Super chat.
Here we go. Tiktology, $5. Mark, what is your favorite watch in your collection?
I mean, I have a lot of nice watches, but if I was to say which is the one that's my favorite, I'd be balancing a lot of different factors. And what I would want would be a watch that makes my eyes, my heart, my brain, and my wrist happy. So that means I need to be able to wear it a lot. It needs a dive bezel. It needs to be more interesting than the average watch, and it needs good lume. And for me, that would be the Hulk. So that would be the Hulk.
The Hulk. There you go. That's the answer. That's your favorite watch in the collection.
Yeah.
Tell me this, Marky. Where's the Rancher today? Did you rub your mug? Is he available today? What happened to Rancher?
You know, I don't know. I haven't heard from the Rancher. So let's, Rancher, if you're out there and you're watching, then send me a sign. But I bet he's not. Loose Tooth, $5.
Loose Tooth, $5. Arch, Wizard, have you considered roping in other characters via guilt by association and disingenuously slander them and their business for months?
Sounds
What's
like
he getting at? I don't understand this.
I believe he's accusing Watch Wizard of the same. Super chat.
We got another super chat from Tiktology, $5. We got a little bit of feedback there. I think that's Saad. Saad, I think you got a bit of feedback on the line there. Tiktology, $5. Mark, how did you get into watches, and how long have you been a serious collector? You've been in watches since you were a kid.
Well,
tell me, how did you get into watches?
Well, I always liked watches, you know, and I like I said, I had
dogs and watches. Dogs and watches.
Well, more dogs than watches, but I had a watch when I was 7, and then I lost it, and I didn't get another one for a long time. But I would say, you know, starting in college, but I would get my one Seiko, and watches were not robust then, so they lasted maybe, if you were hard on watches, and I was, they lasted maybe a year and a half. That was about it. They weren't dust proof. They were barely waterproof. They scratched. There are two things that really propelled me into the world of watches. And one of them was a watch collectors group named MDWE, Modern Day Watch Enthusiasts, and the underground, the one, the only, the man, the myth, the legend, the troll, Dennis Van Patten. He really helped propel me into watches, number one. And number two, this guy right here. Because you could keep having your this guy. You could keep having your $5,000. It became my passion. The more I watched Archie, the more I realized there was a method to the madness. There was a way to collect. There was a way to preserve the value of your watches. And I watched way too much.
Tell me this. If you considered all the deals you've done in watches, are you in front or are you behind?
Well, it depends. Okay. So the answer is, if I would have listened to everything you said, I would be in front. As it is, I'm probably break even. And the reason
there's
is
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but what I did was I bought a lot of what you termed mid-tier garbage. It made me happy and it makes me happy. But I probably have $10,000 worth of mid-tier garbage that is worthless. So it eats up some of the profits, doesn't it?
Yeah, but if you enjoyed the journey and is that really the end of the world?
No, I still enjoy those watches. I have a Phoebus, I have a bunch of Breitling, a few Tudors, I have 5 Seikos, and I enjoy them. I call it watch shopping. I pull out a watch box and I search among my mid-tier garbage to decide what crap I'm going to wear today, and it's kind of fun.
Yeah, when I got into watches and discovered what a deep hole it was, I finally recognized why women like to own thousands of pairs of shoes. You know, it's an addiction, you know, and it's the same kind of thing. You know, it's a good analogy.
Mm.
Very, very fair point there. I've got to tell you, the watches that you've owned there, if you were setting a guide now, what would you say? 5, 10? How many is enough? And what would you streamline the collection
It's never.
towards?
I guess we lost Saad. Saad, come back to us, Saad. Look. The answer. We all know this. There's never enough. There's absolutely never enough. You know, I'm in a bunch of watch groups with James Reason. I think many of you know him. He's a guy who has an incredible collection. He specializes in precious metal pieces. Probably got 30 or 40 AP, Rolex, Vacheron, Constantin, all in precious metal, all the best brands. And he was telling the story how a stripper, you know, at a titty bar, started giving him watch advice, and now he wants to, you know, reduce down to 5 watches. But I estimate that urge is going to last maybe a couple weeks. The reason is that we all overdo it, and then we get burnt out on the whole idea, and we want to rein it back in. But the fact of the matter is that we're addicted, we're OCD. There's something terribly wrong with us. Archie is our heroin peddler. We get our dose and our fix of watch talk here on my channel and on the other channels. And at the end of the day, we have a problem and we can't stop. If I would have just stuck to one brand and one brand only, Rolex, I'd be much further ahead than I am today. But I like watches and I can't stand it. I can't help it. I'll buy a Seiko or a Tudor just for shits and giggles. Can't help myself.
Yeah, I see what you're saying there. You can't help yourself. Can't help.
I bought a 37 millimeter Tudor. 37 millimeter. How ridiculous is that? I bought Black Bay 54, but I like it. What can I'm never going to wear it, but I like it.
I think so. They're a good. Bear loves his 54, doesn't he?
It wears bigger and better than you would think, but you know, I'm wearing other things.
That gold sub. When did you first want that? Tell me this. When did you first want a gold sub? Thought, fuck, I could do that.
I had too much money on my hands, too much time, and I have a thing for Submariners. I mean, if they made this damn watch in platinum, I probably would want one. I'm glad they don't. Rolex, if you're listening, do not make a platinum Submariner. Please do not.
When did you? So how many years ago did you think I wouldn't mind ponying up and getting one of these?
I mean, I really needed to have everything else that was like reasonable to own. This is a ridiculous watch. Okay, this is pure luxury. It's form over function. It's a functional watch. It's a durable, robust, waterproof watch. Yet it's made out of a substance which you could basically, I could bite this and put a dent in it. That's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is crazy. You could bite it and put a dent in it. That's exactly. It is fucking crazy, isn't it?
Look, honestly, there's something wrong with us, and we are aware of that fact. If you're smart, you'll accept it about yourself.
Did you ever go two-tone in the bluesy?
Yeah, but in a 16613 back in the day, and mine was didn't even have gold through the buckle, and so yeah,
that's right. That's how they did them then. That's how they did them.
But you know, I really became disenchanted with the. That's how I started back in the. You can keep having your $5,000 days, and in fact, I think I probably bought that one from Kenny Nguyen, who turns out to be a good guy.
He is a nice guy. Kenny's a lovely guy.
Yeah, but I discovered I was not a fan of crappy clasps, stamped metal, and hollow center links. Oh, I don't even like aluminum bezels. So I had to get rid of all my pre-ceramic Rolex and upgrade. But it was a good start.
That makes sense.
You upgraded from pre-ceramic.
Well, Mike the Snake, I had one of your favorite watches, a 16600, a pre-ceramic Sea Dweller.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a nice watch. Hollow, crappy.
Was it hollow? I thought that
it's just a hollow end link. Only the end link is hollow, right?
Yeah, I just couldn't. But the clasp was no damn good. The bezel was aluminum. At the end of the day, I just couldn't.
Well, any pre-ceramic you know, is
I know.
aluminum.
That's why
But
they call it ceramic.
yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
but
I've had a number of subs and pre-ceramic subs and sea dwellers, and I'm with you. You know, the once they went to ceramic, and especially the last few years, you know, they've really upped their game with the new bracelets and clasps, and you know, the ceramic bezels, and the, you know, with the sub, you know, where they basically perfected it, you know, to 41 and slimmed up the lugs and widened the bracelet. They just made it what it should have been all this
That's
time.
right. You know what? Omega was making higher quality way before Rolex was. They just
here we
were
go. We got a
able to
super
go
chat for Mark. Tickology, $2. Mark, do you own a man on the fucking moon?
Bruce Williams lent me his, and honestly, I think the Man on the Moon is the best watch I will ever dislike. It leaves me cold, and it's weird because it's well made, it's iconic, it deserves its reputation, and I just could care less. It just doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah,
doesn't.
it's weird. It doesn't have like anything stunning or stand out about it that like you know, but it also does in a certain way, you know, to the point where it's kind of the staple of most people's collection.
Mike, does it give you a chubby? Because it did not me.
Well, I wear mine. I enjoy it a lot.
You have one. Well, then it made you twitch. It didn't make me twitch. It really didn't.
Oh, I owned a couple before, and I just recently last year bought a big box right before they went to the
Yeah, that was a great deal. Honestly, that was such a good deal.
Yeah, and I couldn't justify. It was right when the 3861 came out, and they had both, and I was like, does an extra $1,000 justify the smaller box and you know, skinnier bracelet? And I actually liked I liked everything about the 1861 a little bit more anyways, and so I bought the 1861.
Beautiful stuff
for $1,000 less.
Marky, I gotta ask you this, man. You've sort of done the full circle in collecting, haven't you? You've were you ever into knives, sharp knives?
No,
like
I don't
JJ?
really, you know what? I don't care about knives. Bruce Williams sent me a beautiful engraved one, and it's somewhere, but I've lost it. It's somewhere in my crap.
Did you find that fucking Breitling you've lost?
Never. Yeah, unfortunately, I have not.
Check under your desk for a 20th time, because I lost a favorite knife of mine, very expensive one that I thought was just gone forever, and it apparently had fallen deeply under my desk, and I finally found it, and I'm
wow, that's fantastic story.
very happy about that.
And I gotta tell you, Marky.
Tell me, talk to me. What do you got?
I wanna ask you, Marky.
Ask me. Tell me.
The have you been able to bring other people into the hobby?
Oh, I think YouTube is like the greatest heroin dealer on earth. I mean, the answer to that question is yeah, and I feel a little bit guilty about that, don't you?
Has it? Tell me this: has it brought any dog training clients to you? Has it sold books?
Yeah, actually, a few. Yeah, a few. Yes, indeed.
Has
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
None of the people I know or my family understand and can't even grasp the concept of spending like more than anything on a watch. They don't give a shit about watches.
Mikey, normal people don't do what we do. This is not. We are not a normal group of people. You know, there's that. But a few people have come via the watches, but many more people have come via the books and referrals. So the books have driven.
I got some super chats. Look at this. Yankee Doodle, $2. Man on the Moon is the most masculine looking watch, in my opinion. It's a
great watch. I can't think of a single criticism of it, and I wish I liked it because I think it's a value for the icon that it is. You have to go to a Submariner before you hit anything that iconic, and it's triple or quadruple the cost.
And we've got AD never calling $10. Mark, will you be meeting up with Crappy Luxury on his US tour? And will he hand deliver your Stiffy award?
Oh yeah, he's staying over. We're behind the scenes. We're great friends. It's all an act. Absolutely.
And Tiktology, $2. How do I train my watches to stop calling my name?
Prozac, massive doses of Prozac.
Or Zoloft.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me this: the social media experience. How have you enjoyed it, or do you regret having a social media presence? How do you find that?
Who are you talking to?
You, Marky.
Well, let's start with Mikey.
What was the question again?
Do your social media presence? Do you regret having a social media? And we got Mr. Z. Mr. Z, hello.
I pretty much don't have a social media presence. Only here.
Okay. Mr. Z, how are you, sir?
Hey, Arch, how you doing?
Hey, fantastic. What's going on, sir?
Not much, just driving home, and I wanted to ask Mark a question because I know he's got a fantastic confidential contact that he works with from Rolex. And I was curious if you had any inkling about the Le Mans.
Any inkling about what, sorry?
The Le Mans Daytona. Can you hear me good enough? Or?
Oh, the Le Mans Daytona. Yeah, Marky, any comment on the Le Mans Daytona?
Is that the new release that they just came out with?
Yes.
No one's ever gonna listen. It's cool. None of us are ever going to be offered it, and you're never going to see one in the wild. They're going to make like 20 of them. So it's kind of like the Rolex that is, but never was, and never will be, really.
Well, what I'm more curious about is did your connection give a hint at such a thing's coming?
No, they don't know ahead of time. No, they don't know that. The AD doesn't know that thing ahead of time. And not only that, but I think the average AD is never going to see one.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. If you're referring to my Rolex inner source, unfortunately, Moneypenny disappeared some time ago. I believe that they are chained to a radiator deep in the bowels of the Rolex basement, kept in a medically induced coma with a feeding tube.
Feeding tube. Yes,
Moneypenny, if you're out there, please contact me and give me proof of life. But use the password proof of life. If you or anybody you love works for Rolex, please contact me. But I'm very concerned about Moneypenny's well-being. I'm afraid that they were taken out as a
Bell, $2. Mark, how many inches does it go? How many inches when it goes in does it hurt? Oh, I don't know what he's talking about, so we'll have to leave that one, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I'm not that kind of girl.
Yeah.
You don't understand what he's talking about, Archie?
No.
You're confused? Is that like
I am confused? Yeah.
Is that like the sticker price of your car? You're confused about what that was, or?
Yeah, me and Sirocco.
All Mark has to do is say, "I'm a pitcher, not a catcher," and then the conversation's over.
Yeah, exactly right. I got to tell you there, Mr. Zoso. You've had a few Daytonas, Mark. You've done some Daytona silly things. You've got a Panda now, don't you?
I do, and the Panda, the ceramic Panda that I purchased at retail, healed a gaping wound in my heart, really, because I sold a pre-ceramic because I didn't like it, and the thing that killed me, looking back on it now, I sold it for $8,000, and that it would have been better off just sitting in the safe, wouldn't it? Now they're $25.
Yeah.
Never sell roll. Blue Shirt Buddha, in memory of Blue Shirt Buddha, may I just say, remind you people, don't sell Rolex, not unless you have to. Yeah,
good point. Good point. I gotta tell you there. It's Rolex is never sell Rolex. Our good friend Patrick Philippe, he sold his two. He had a Panda and a white gold.
Oh, he traded.
The Panda you'd keep. The white gold, okay, you could sell it, but the Panda, I don't know. You keep, don't you think?
He traded though. I mean, he traded Rolex for Rolex, which is completely acceptable.
Yeah, he traded Rolex for Rolex. Fair point.
Yeah,
because he got that.
Yeah.
He got the green. He got the green. He wanted the green.
Let me ask you, Archie. Archie, when you first started your YouTube channel,
Yep.
when did you first take the Archie Luxury name, or was there a channel named something different before?
Oh, I was playing around with it. You never get the first one. You know, you always play around with it. What happened was I was trying to make my channel The Luxury Guy. The Luxury Guy. And I was fucking, you know, by the time you register, you had to think of a name, then you try and make the channel. By the time I did it, someone else had already used it or set something up.
Yeah,
And
but
then
Arch,
yeah.
well, I don't mean to interrupt you, but
Yes,
I
sir.
believe you were Archie. I believe you were Archie Luxury before YouTube, weren't you?
That's right. Yes.
Yes, you were. That's
what
I knew you. I knew Archie before YouTube. Before he was on YouTube, he didn't know me, but I knew him.
What was the
And
platform, Mr. Z? What was the platform, Mr. Z?
he was on a lot of. Well, he got thrown off of every single watch forum on the internet that was possible to sign up for. And I can vouch for Archie, for both of us actually, that we both signed up for every single watch forum that existed on the internet. And he was on every one of them, and every single one of them he was thrown off.
Now, when you went from the Luxury Guy to Archie Luxury, where did you first, as Mr. Z correctly points out, you were Archie Luxury before the YouTube platform even existed. Where did you come up with the whole Archibald Chesterfield III? Where did you come up with the character in the first place? Because as everybody knows, your actual name is not Archie.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's one of these things. You think of a backstory, you kind of think this up, and it just seems
normal people don't do that. Why is it that
no normal people don't do? I didn't know that. Tell me.
It's true. I mean, most of us use our real names in most areas of our life, unless, of course, we're grifters, con men, or playing the long game.
Yeah, fair point. It's
so you launched this YouTube channel. Eventually,
that was 2009. Can you believe that? 2009.
Here we are, 20-some years later, 23, 24 years later.
Something.
And then at the time when you first launched, you were gainfully employed. What was your job at that point?
I was well actually I did this to basically play with the technology. That was the whole point. The technology. I liked, I was kind of, that's what I liked. I liked watches. I liked computers because you could do special things with them. That was what I liked. And
weren't you in IT, right?
Yeah, that's right. So it's sort of that's what it came from. But you know what? The rest is history. The rest is history.
In 2009, when you established yourself as an expert in luxury goods.
2000. It sounds so. That was 14 years ago, Mark. Can you believe it?
It's crazy because I don't know about you guys, but the older I get, the quicker time starts to it gains momentum.
It does.
You think this thing happened a year ago, and you look, and it was 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Super.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Here we go. SR Bell 67 $2. Mark, how do you unafford Rolex?
I'm tired. I don't care.
It's fine.
I don't care.
Time it out. That's okay. It's just getting a bit. We're trying our best to provide nice content, and it's just.
I will share something with you, Mark, that maybe you didn't know about Archie. I know you're a close personal friend of his, but you might not have known this about him.
Hold on. Just so you know, he has no friends. But keep going.
Well, that's old shtick that doesn't stick anymore. So that old shtick, Mark, you got to move on from it. The stupid chats and the no friends and all that crap. This obviously Archie has evolved and he's changed, and he's not the same Archie that we used to know, right? Would you agree with that?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, but what I wanted to share with you, Mark, was he came across in type with the exact same persona that he did on YouTube back in the day. So I don't know if you can imagine that to be possible. But he was an arrogant third person in posting.
I remember him in the forums. He was crazy.
Okay.
He was abrasive, and most of all, he was unafraid to piss off the authority.
He was also very happy to let everybody know how much he loved them and how much they could all go fuck off. So his persona, whatever creation he was trying to come up with, I think pretty much was him at that time. I don't think.
I don't know why you're defending him, because no one's attacking him.
I'm not defending him.
I will tell you this.
I'm not defending him.
What you see is what you get with Archibald. That's for sure.
Here we go. Ken Fresno, $5. Wasn't ArchieLuxury your monkey on the swinger site to find your co-workers? That's
Archie.
Read
it again. Read it again and read it correctly.
Sure. Ken Fresno, $5. Wasn't ArchieLuxury your monkey?
Moniker.
Your nickname.
Monica. On the swinger sites to find your co-workers. Hey, the number of tales have been told, neither confirming nor denying or doing anything. But thank you, Ken, for your super chats there. Did you like the forums? How long were you on the forums for, Mr. Z?
It depended on the forum. It depended on the forum.
I mean, what was your favorite?
I never. Go ahead.
I really liked. There was a forum, Turfers, the ultimate Rolex. Then it became New Turfers, the ultimate Rolex forum. It was based out of Singapore or Malaysia. That was interesting because they were Rolex enthusiasts before it was cool to be a Rolex enthusiast. And
I did not like the Rolex forum.
No, they were a bit funny. Here we go. We got a super chat from Savang, $5. Oxley State High. Thank you, Savang. Thank you so much there indeed.
One of the most fun.
Breitling Source. Breitling Source was great. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
That still exists, doesn't it?
I mean, they were. Yeah, I believe so. I'm not positive, but I mean, listen, I like the fun ones. There was more fun in the shitty forums than there were in the serious ones.
Yes.
That's why I liked you. That's why I liked you so much, because anybody who took you seriously at that point was a complete asshole, in my opinion. And I just didn't understand why they couldn't understand your humor. But whatever. I mean, different for different folks.
Yes, completely.
Yeah.
100% right. It was a different sort of era there, and I gotta say,
there wasn't much. Let's put it like this, Arch. There wasn't much humor in watch collecting before you came along, and I think you turned the watch world, especially in the forums, upside down, and made it fun and interesting. I'll always be happy to give you credit for that.
Yeah, no, that's a fair point there. I got to tell you, I loved. So they all took themselves so seriously. This is the whole thing. A lot of these forums, some of them felt their shit didn't stink, and
yeah, the worst were the Panaristis. They were hilarious. They had no idea that they had such garbage that and yet
Well,
they acted as if they were the most elite collectors in the world.
yeah. I mean, I kind. It's kind of sad what's happened to Panerai, don't you think?
It is.
But
Well, I mean, they did it to themselves. You know.
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
sad, or have they finally reached sort of like homeostasis, meaning the balance of where the brand should be based on its horological value? I mean, it's still a nice brand. It's just not overvalued anymore.
Here we go. We got
I'll
Half
tell
on
you.
Smash, $2. Ever cross paths with John Buckley on the forums? John Buckley.
Yeah, they named the Buckley dial after him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
He's an accessible guy. People talk to him all the time. He's still current and active, I believe. I personally haven't. To get back to the Panerai, you know, they did have a rich heritage. They still do. And, you know, with Angelus movements and Rolex movements in them. And they had some great rare vintage watches that were very special. And they ruined their heritage by cheating, you know, their modern day buyer. And it is a shame. They screwed themselves.
Yeah, yeah, I think you're right there. It's
They definitely had their heyday there for a few years during the big watch phase with Arnie and Stallone and the big watch phase. Everybody needed to have one, including myself, or two. But you're right. Like they started making mistakes and putting in the wrong movements or unfinished movements, which actually those particular watches they offered to, if you send them back, they would put the correct movement in, but those mismatched movement Panerais are now more sought after than the repaired ones. Remember that?
Well, they lied. You know, you can do anything you want, but you can't lie. And that's what they did. They lied to their buyers, and you can't. You really, it's very difficult to get back on track after that. You know, that Brooklyn Bridge watch the boutique watch that they came out with like $140 movement inside of it. That they did a nice engraving on the back of it, and they put a base Unitas movement inside of it. They fucked everybody that walked within their path, and you just can't do that. You know, you could tell the truth and come out and charge whatever you want, but you can't lie, and that's what they did.
Yeah, no, that's 100% right there. That's a
kind
big
of shot themselves in the foot.
I mean, Breitling got away with it forever. You know, they put base movements, IWC, they put base crap movements in them and sold them without any pretentious claims of propriety. And obviously years later people caught on, but truth is at least they didn't lie to anybody. IWC a little bit.
Yeah. That's a fair point. That's a very fair point. That it's the thing is, how long have you been in the watch space there, Mr. Zoso? I find it intriguing there. How long have you been in this space? 20 years?
A long time. I've been collecting watches since I was probably 16 years old. So,
yeah,
long time.
No, that's exactly right. No, it's
my connection's bad if I fade it out.
No, that's okay, man. That's okay. That's perfectly okay there. It's great conversation we've had here. It's been a lot of fun here. Marky, how are you, Marky?
I'm very well, thank you.
When did you go on any forums? Were you a big forum person?
Yeah. I remember you on the forums, but you would quickly get off. you quickly get thrown off them. Do you remember when I went on the Oxley State High forum on Facebook?
Oh yes, that was yeah. I remember that.
We all got kicked out. You brought like 5 or 7 of us in there, including the rancher, and then you got kicked out, and I was left behind without you in the Oxley State High Graduates Forum. And I still remember the guy who tried to commit suicide by jumping out the basement window.
Yes.
Who was that? I mean, that's
all
a literal,
4 feet.
That is a literal speaking of oxymoron, is an Oxley State High moron. But anyway, they were a fun group of people, but eventually I got thrown out of there.
Yeah. No, that is exactly.
Listen,
right.
what was the name of the school as per Facebook, in case anybody wants to take a look?
No, let's not go there.
Yeah, let's not dox them.
Yeah, let's just leave. Look. It's those days were long. Yeah, it's funny. Not many people had a sense of humor, do they? Hey.
No, and then you made a whole video where you like went back and you videoed the hole in the ground that was now Oxley State High, and your classmates were a little offended by that video, and I really don't know why.
Yeah, no, that's it was. I kind of are you sentimental? Are you a sentimental guy, Marky?
Very much so, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, you like to look back on the past.
Are you kidding? First of all, I have like 6 or 7 boxes in my closet filled with the ashes of dead dogs that I can't even part with their ashes. So yeah, I don't dig holes, Mikey. I have boxes in my closet right next to the watches, to be honest with you.
And
my dog's ashes are right next to my chair in my office.
There you go.
I too have a closet full of boxes.
Yes, but yours were all 3 years old. Mine were like 20.
When are you going to finish those boxes, by the way, Mike?
Not those boxes. I was just talking about my watch boxes that I own.
I'm sorry. Sorry to bring up a sore subject.
No.
Not
It's
necessarily a sore subject. It's just, it wasn't referring to that, but that set of boxes. I was referring to my watch boxes, which I've kept all of, and there's in a box in my closet.
So, Mark, I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to ask Mike and Archie as well. Is there something that you're looking forward to on your radar? Are you looking for a new watch? Are you anticipating something?
I love you, Archie. I think about you all the time, Archie. I'm obsessed with you, Archie. Don't go. I love you, Archie.
No worries. And we've got another super chat. SR Bell. Let's just leave that. Okay, we'll just leave Mark alone for today. Yeah, we just leave that. Marky's been a great sport. We want him to come back because without good panelists, this show doesn't do well. And I might end it a bit earlier today. Is that okay with you, Mark and Mr. Z?
Yeah, we're getting up. We're tucking up to 8 o'clock. Whatever you guys.
Yeah. I think
it's okay with me. I am curious if you're interested in any watches, any new watches.
Who were you asking?
Everyone.
All of us. Oh,
all
geez,
three of you.
Okay, I'll go first, and we should all answer. I am on the quote unquote list, which doesn't mean much, but nonetheless, my AD understands that I am looking to get the new Celebration Jelly Bean OP41.
Nice.
And they sold me some very rare watches, a Sprite and a Panda, so I'm hopeful.
It's a nice watch.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
It is.
What about you guys?
I gotta tell you, for myself, I'm looking for nothing. I'm very happy with what I got. I was looking at perhaps getting rid of the Daytona, but that may not happen, which is good. I may just keep it. I may just look. I had a good.
I thought you had a deal with Madman.
Yeah, look, I said to him, look. At the moment, times are a bit tough in Australia here, and I said to him, hey, if you don't want to do it, no pressure. I'm not in a hurry. I said I'll give you first bite, so we'll just see. He just got that. I said to him, I don't understand. If you've got a 2-tone Daytona, do you really want another one?
There's no such thing as a bad Daytona. Every single one.
No. It's so we'll just wait and see there. But Mr. Z, what are you holding out for? Tell us what you're holding out for.
I have 2 watches I'm interested in. One that Mark told me I'm never going to get, which is the Le Mans. And the other one is probably even more difficult to get than the Le Mans, which is going to be the Puzzle Day date white gold.
Yeah, man, you are shooting for the moon, but I sure hope you get at least one of them. But man,
the puzzle be impossible to get.
Both of them are going to be a miracle.
I know, right?
I don't even know why they bring them out if they're not going to sell them. Why do they bring them out if they're not going to sell them? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know.
Why would you do that? But Mikey, what are you holding out for? Oh, he's not. That's okay. It's I got to tell you, let's go through the list of people who contributed today because this is what makes this show possible. Let's have a look. We had Ron Chef. We had The Watch Lounge. We had AD Never Calling. Patel Philippe. We had John C. Mr. Zoso. AD Never Calling. Mr. Zoso. AD Never Calling. AD Never Calling. JBIDX. Toyota Mo. P. Klein. Mike the Snake. Toyota Mo. AD Never Calling, Mike the Snake, AD Never Calling, Mike the Snake, Toyota Mo, Mike the Snake, AD Never Calling, Toyota Mo, Mr. Zoso, AD Never Calling, Real World Curly, Mike the Snake, Will Money, Sirocco Sales, Ken Fresno, AD Never Calling, Duco, the Tinfoil Hat, Tiktology, Loose Tooth, Tiktology, Yankee Doodle, AD Never Calling, Tiktology, SR Bell, Ken Fresno, Sarong, Hoff on Smash, and SR Bell. So I want to say a big thank you to those guys there who helped us today. Marky, it has been an absolute honor to have you on our stream today. You are a fucking legend.
Such a pleasure.
Mr. Zoso, it's been a fucking pleasure to have you here. You are always so cool. Mikey, it's always a pleasure to have you here, man. We love you, and I'm really happy to hear you are getting over. You've gone over the hump on the COVID there, so that is a really good situation. Oh yes, sir.
I feel like I have.
Feel better.
I want to thank everyone who came on. JJ came on. We had Dis came on to help us. We had ABC on. We had so many people on today. And I want to say a big thank you. Oh, look at that. Mark, you, I got to tell you, if they want to find the best dog training books, go to Amazon. The Art of Training Your Dog. Let dogs be dogs.
Or any bookstore. And Archibald Chesterfield III is actually mentioned along with Clyde Anderson in this book right here.
Yes, I've got my Let Dogs Be Dogs on my shelf, actually.
Yeah, somewhere. It's a collector's item. Super chat.
It is super chat. Tiktology, $2. Please make more videos, Mark. We love you. I totally get it. Totally get it. We've got 2 minutes before we wrap up. And I just want to say, Marky, 2 minutes before we wrap. I want to say thank you so much for coming on. Love the gold sub. Wear it in good health.
It's a beautiful watch.
I must admit, that is just so gorgeous. A gold sports Rolex a gold Rolex on a bracelet is very special. And
all Rolexes are very special, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Look, I don't know if I want to go solid gold at the moment. You know, I'm kind of very in a happy spot where I am, but I must say, Marky, it suits you when I see it on your wrist and I see the smile.
It's kind of beautiful.
Winner, chicken dinner. I mean, what more? let's be honest. What more could you want in life? You're in a business you love. You've got a property which is beautiful, pets. You've got everything in your life. The pieces fit together so well.
I'm
And
super lucky. I'm a lucky guy. Super lucky.
you remember we did the streams. What do you, Marky? I want to ask you. Do you think I should sometimes cut the streams a bit shorter? I mean, remember we used to do an hour. We did an hour. Is it? What do you think yourself?
I don't know. I think the super chats have been pretty consistent throughout 2 hours. I think this format is working for you. Don't be lazy. Stick with it.
Yeah. I tend to agree with you there. I tend to agree. It's
although if I was getting nostalgic, what I would say is once or twice a week you should call Clyde and just do like the first hour, just you and Clyde, because those were classic. Those were classic shows, and I bet he'd do it. Just you and him. Don't let anybody else in. Not me. Nobody. Just once or twice a week. Maybe Fridays with just you and Clyde. The first hour only. See if you can talk him into it.
He was. I got to tell you, he was a big part of the streams there, and
recreate the old magic. Just the first hour, once a week.
Yeah.
Call it live. Call it live with Clive, and
I'll have a talk to him.
See what you
Okay, guys, that's the show for today. I love you, and we will be back. I'll be back actually in 9.5 hours time.
Get some
sleep.
sleep.
I do. Yeah. So, guys, I will see you then. Thank you, Mikey.
Thank you, Archie.
Tomorrow, guys. Like, subscribe on the way out, please. Upvote.